Across the continent of Greater Banya, peoples of all walks of life share a common sense. A sense that something is approaching. What it is remains a secret to most, but they can feel it. Rumors of sickness spread in the south. A mountain flies in the west. An army of living flame marches through the desert sands, leaving a line of glass as their trodden path. Yes, these are the troubles set to welcome a god into this world. Behelit, the lidless eye, god of the searing light. She approaches and will not be deterred. However, a few know of her coming and prepare. A deadly and cunning thief, a champion of the mountain tribes, a cleric of chaos, a brilliant artificer, and a scarred soul whose past is catching up with him. Can these individuals save the rest? Can they kill a god? Can they save their friend? Can they each finally find a home? Let us together read the final chapters of these heroes. Hello, and welcome to Goats and Dragons, the stream where Helpful Goat Gaming plays Dungeons & Dragons, a game of shared storytelling where I just had to tell my players, oh god, this is really dangerous, just to remind them of what's happening. Anyway, I'm Andrew Gilbert, he, him, but tonight I'm a friendly neighborhood dungeon master, and I'm not alone. With me, as always, is Galway, playing the Tiefling Sorcerer Charity.
Hey everybody, I'm Galway, pronouns he, him, his, and I play Calor and Charity of the Family, whose pronouns are also he, him, his.
And we have Adam, playing one of several Burbages.
Hi everybody, yes, my name is Adam. I go by they or he pronouns, and I'm playing Burbage Kemp, the real Burbage Kemp.
Oh.
Who goes by he, him, his.
Lena, playing the Goliath Barbarian Stormbringer.
Hi, I'm Lena. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm playing Stormbringer, whose pronouns are also she, her.
Rachel, playing the Gnomish Artificer Clem.
Hello, I'm Rachel, and both, I don't know why I do this so awkwardly every time. Both Clem and I use she, her, hers. I know how to speak.
And Darcy playing the Tiefling Cleric Hakari.
Hello, folks. I'm Darcy. My pronouns are they, them, and Hikari's are she, hers. Or
Sorry.
bear right now.
Our bear pun, yeah. So, welcome, friends, to the live recording of Goats and Dragons. We have
This is
3
Malcolm.
podcasts.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
His
Shouldn't
or he his. Sorry.
it be gers?
Yes, my
Oh,
pronouns are
boy.
grr. Or
Hormones.
It's good. Good.
It's too good. We have 3 podcasts you can listen to. This one, Goats and Dragons, 1 to 20th level campaign spanning many years, in our 3rd act, if you will. Tier, I'm sorry, not Tier. It's basically become Tier at this point. Helpful Goat Presents, which has shorter one-shots and shorter campaigns, featuring for a while and for the continued future, the World of Tier that Galway campaigns. That is also probably going to go on for years. And also we have Dom and Dragons, the 25 episode campaign where we play D&D with actor Dominic Monaghan. That was super fun. We're affiliate on Twitch, which means you're able to cheer and subscribe to us. And anyone who has Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free through your Prime Gaming, and it helps us out, and it's free for you. So it's something to try. Also, if you want to help support us, exclamation point KO-FI in the chat. That'll let you donate directly to us. And I'll say maybe right now, if you donate to us or donate to our donate command tonight, of $5, I'll give someone an inspiration, maybe who needs it, because we did that last time and it worked fairly well. So keep that in your back pocket tonight as well. Or you can type exclamation point merch in the chat, and that will get you hooked up to our merch page, and where you can buy some awesome merch with art from community members that we help out and support with that as well, and just kind of cool sort of inside jokes of campaigns and that sort of thing. And if you have any ideas for merch, feel free to tell us. If you want to see a screaming bear yell "horm" on your mug in the morning, let us know.
a screaming, red-headed, silver-winged flying bear yelling horn.
Indeed, just let us know.
Important.
And if you really like us and want to hang out with us specifically, exclamation point Discord in the chat. That is our community hub. We are all very active on it. This is what we do. We just kind of hang out there. We play with all of our community members because pretty much everyone is our friend. And we play games. Rachel reads to us on Sundays, which I caught again this Sunday, which is awesome. And we also it's a little too early to be talking about Halloween, but our next sort of group...
No, it's not. It'll be August tomorrow, and that is the start of spooky season. All right. I can feel the veil thinning.
The month of October, we start to run a bunch of kind of community games that we stream on here or in our Discord. And if you want to play with us and maybe run a game or play as a player in a game, we'll have signups on our Discord. So make sure you've joined for that.
And I want one game that I am in where everyone dresses up because I have a costume idea from our podcast. And I really want to do it. So not from this podcast, from our other podcast, which I'm not going to. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Advertising.
Backslid, people. Backslid, the podcast.
It is a great podcast.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah. Exclamation point donate in the chat. Galway, would you mind telling us what organization we are
I'm a capitalist
highlighting?
tool.
I wasn't drawing. It's fine. Right now we are highlighting the Trevor Project supporting LGBTQ youth. So if you're so inclined to support that cause, support us with an inspiration, etc., you can go ahead, click that link, donate, and then just let me know because I still haven't figured out why Streamlabs is very unhappy with actually showing us notifications from those donations, but just let us know in the chat and we can get bonus inspiration. And besides that, if you are inspired by the work that the Trevor Project does nationally, we always encourage you look for a local charity working with LGBTQ youth or just the LGBTQ community, because supporting local charities always does, honestly, a lot more in terms of direct services.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And I think that with that, that's all of our announcements. We've gotten pretty good, getting it in pretty quickly here. So yeah, we have a poem, I believe, from Chelsea. If someone wouldn't mind reading that.
I pasted it in the thing.
Yay,
Dude.
Chelsea.
I'll read it. Where am I going? I'm going to this channel.
Is this the poem?
Yes, I'm Chelsea.
Jesus
this
Oh my god, that was
Trev.
spot on.
Was spot
No.
on with
Wow.
Chelsea impersonation.
Wow.
It's terrible Chelsea impersonation.
It was
Yeah, it was-
For winning
100%.
performance.
I was transported.
You need to be on SNL. That right there. Just send in that tape.
Okay. Yeah. Somebody clip it on Twitch. The impressive power of above table negotiations. Arguing for their positions is an impressive part of this group's vocation. Oh my fucking shit, it's a dinosaur. Fuck the red family. In Werebear is roar, roar, roar. Warm. Lycos is now Dicos, and Charity is seeing double. Much love, Fates of Ryn crew. You are seen and heard with best VBs for this upcoming trouble. What
Ooh.
trouble, Chelsea? What are you talking about?
You have
I
to
think
sing
that
it.
was
Oh my
the best poem
fucking
ever.
shit! It's a dinosaur. Holy
That's a
shit.
song?
What the fuck? Yeah, Chelsea posted it after the last one. It's to the Jurassic Park theme song.
That's pretty good.
What the da da da? Oh fuck, I love that too. Although I love it primarily from the movie Swiss Army Man.
It's pretty good too.
Oh, I didn't watch that clip though. I thought it was just a scene. Oh my fucking shit! It's a dinosaur. And it keeps going. Fuck the red family and where bear is roar roar roar. I'm sure I fucked it up.
Be better, Adam. All right. So with that, I think we're going to transition into tonight's episode of Fates of Ryn.
You be better.
I strive to.
And now I remember where some of the abuse of Andy comes from.
Yeah.
Right?
Rachel was
See,
like, "Oh, I'm not going to
that's
be
it.
as mean to you," and stuff. And yeah, none of you.
Do you know?
Yeah, none of you.
I wasn't the mean one this time. You were.
I mean, Rachel, we've got like another 3 hours for you to be
Yeah.
mean.
That's true and fair.
My secret
You can
is.
stay on your toes.
My secret is I deserve it.
He does. He needs to be taken down a peg or two. I've always said that about him.
Also, I just have to say, yeah, go away. Your haircut looks great, but Curiosity Lab in the Twitch chat, Go is not the only one who got a haircut. Thank you very much.
Your hair
Andy too. Today.
And
She
Andy.
saw it.
Thank you.
Oh,
Everybody's
Leah.
hair looks
Your hair,
amazing.
everyone looks amazing.
Oh, so
Adam
many
saw it.
haircuts.
Thanks. Yeah,
got all of
definitely
mine
cut
cut.
mine over a year ago. So there,
I mean,
there you go.
relatively recently shaved your undercut.
There you go. The counts-ish.
This month or August is a year since I busted all my hair off. A third of my
Nice.
way towards my goal.
Nice. It looks really good too. Like it's getting to
Oh,
that
thank
length where
you.
it like looks like real, like good.
Like hair and not just like
Yes.
what the hell soccer mom weird layered mushroom thing
You
is going
never look
on.
like that. You be quiet.
Ugh.
You've always had cool hair.
Oh, thank you. I try.
Last
Oh.
time on Goats and Dragons, The Fates of Ryn. The family rushed to Burbage's side to defend their comrade, knowing now they only have minutes before the Federo Guard and the Temple of Ryn know they've broken their pledge of peace. It was worth it, knowing that 2 members of the Red family at least were in the old home of Ponwea, and that sadness the druid had found Burbage. As the family barreled toward the fight, Burbage had a few moves of his own that disoriented Sadness and let him get a few good shots in before she turned into a Tyrannosaurus Rex in the middle of a tower, shuttering its very stone foundations. Night Eater and Lycos, two other members of the Red family, joined the fight, but with an amazing firebolt from Clem and some good rolls from Bearkari, illuminated by the family's flame, made short work of the deadly Lycos. Stormbringer and the Burbages take down the T-Rex and now find themselves on the ground floor of the tower fighting Night Eater and a very broken druid.
I think the proper plural is Burbai.
Burbai.
But
The
that'd be
Burbai
I
Gambit.
great.
didn't think of that.
Be a great band name, Stormbringer and the Burbages. Come on.
Yes.
Daniel.
Yes.
I want art of that and a T-shirt
Yes,
as well.
and a t-shirt.
Now, Charity, Clem, and Hikari floating outside the tower on an intensely cold night. The light snow disappearing into darkness just as it reaches the limit of torchlight spilling from the tower's windows. You all see a bright source of light casting your own shadows onto the manor and the tower in front of you. The light is blue and as brilliant as the sun as you turn to look at it. It then dims enough for you to see the outline of a figure, a slender young man with horns protruding from his white hair. An eye patch cuts across his handsome face, but his eye is burning with hate. The blue flame wings behind him, strain against the wind, hurtling him at you all at amazing speeds. And as he begins to come into clearer and clearer view, perhaps only Charity notices him casting a spell. And as he finishes that, his own visage then blurs into a cloudy, misty form of himself. Now, let's jump right in. Charity, as it is your turn, what would you like to do?
Can I have an initiative tracker?
Sure.
Yes.
And no one is on the initiative tracker, 'cause awesome.
Thanks, Roll20.
Yeah.
I remember what my score was.
Oh, nope, there it is.
Never mind.
Woo!
I don't know what happened. Okay, but it's there now. All right.
Okay.
Kellerin, that we'll call him now, is some 95 feet from you or so. Exactly 95 feet. And closing fast.
Is he on the map yet?
He is, the very top right corner.
Oh.
Top left.
Top left.
Okay, so this is great. It's all fine. Charity is going to communicate with Clue telepathically quickly. Go to the alley and get Lycos's body into the astral plane.
Oh, okay.
And then
And stomp on his head when you get in there. Sorry.
You hear Stormbringer's voice from somewhere deep in the tower.
possibly also stomping. Bonus action, I'm gonna move the spiritual weapon down to where Sadness is
Okay.
and hit her with it.
Sure.
Not just wandering it along.
How far does that move?
30.
Okay. Yeah, you should be able to get down in that angle there. All right.
And I
hit
believe
Sadness.
she is prone, so advantage.
She is prone. Yep.
I don't think it actually rolled advantage, so I'm going to roll
Sure.
again. I'll take the first. Oh, that time I put you in. Sorry. but ironically, the best roll agreed. So 24.
All right.
For 43 damage.
You stabs straight down into her. She goes, ah! A bit of blood spurts out across the ice that is now kind of linking her to the ground. She's incredibly hurt, barely able to keep her eyes open, it appears.
Charity is also going to shout. Incoming doppelganger. And fuck it. In for a penny, in for a pound. I can see where Sadness is, correct? Because I'm high enough up, or
you can maybe barely, probably not, because again she's on the ground floor, and there's
right. Yeah.
There's
right.
like a railing and a second floor to this.
She was destroying the walls some though with her T-Rexy. I don't know if that's.
If I
enough to
moved
help.
in a little closer, do you think like I could get an angle down through the window?
If you moved like kind of almost into the tower, or like right at this window here, probably.
Like around there?
Yeah, you could probably see that at that point.
I moved back 15 with that. So 105. She's prone, so disadvantage, but fuck my life. It's what we got. Silver flame darts, 2 at Calorin, 1 at her.
Okay.
Where is Calorin right now?
Upper left-hand corner of the map.
Very far.
About 100 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Those go 120, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Toward the edge of your limit, but
So I'm going to roll 2 normal for him, and then 1
with disadvantage.
disadvantage for her. We're going to see if it actually like registers this, because I'd clicked advantage before the last one. Hey, it did.
Hey, 21 does hit.
Okay, 21 to her for 16 damage.
Fire damage does not seem to be as potent against this druid.
Neat.
It's the druid, you said?
Yeah.
And then a 14 and a 27.
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, you're going to need disadvantage on trying to hit the blurred Calorin as
Okay. I'm going to roll just 2 normals, and we'll take whichever is lower. The first one goes to the 27, the second one goes to the 14.
Cool.
I guess I could have just rolled a double die.
Yeah, those are both better. So the 14 and 27. The 27 absolutely hits. The 14, as it streaks through the air, the blue wings like dodge him out of the way, but not enough to be singed by the other one.
I totally forget his blur concentration.
I believe it is. And that's the 11 fire damage?
Blur is, yes.
No, I mean the first one. So 11 fire damage, so 6, since you know that you are also resistant to fire.
But it's just the 10, DC 10 save.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
11 is what he rolled. 12. So he'll maintain the blur. Okay. I believe that was your turn.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna hover just a little bit more forward with the rest of my movement.
Yeah. Clue goes down and pops out of existence with the body of Lycos, it appears.
Pops out of existence?
slips the bonds of this material world, yes.
I told him to take the body to the ethereal plane.
Thank you. When you said clue goes down, it made me think that he
Oh,
died,
sorry, no.
and I was confused. Okay, thank you.
What happened?
I was like, I thought that he was gonna. Okay.
Why were there no rolls?
Right? What do you mean he goes down? He took Lycos's body with him to the ethereal plane?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't see Lycos anymore, so that did work, it appears. Next to you, Burbages and Stormbringer, the body of the druid, she starts to giggle a little bit and kind of looks up at Burbage specifically. She says, You look so sad. And her body starts to bubble and get large and green as the druid is replaced by probably her last shape change. Since you knew Vimeris, you knew probably a druid of this power level. This is about all they have left.
Fucking druids.
However, she does turn into what is called a froghemoth.
Praise Froghemoth.
Yeah.
I don't think we should praise
Rhonda.
her.
While it
Wrong
is
worship.
while it is breaking the ice of parts of the body of the druid, its feet are still grounded in ice. It can't move.
And I still have my shield out, so if she can attack, she has to target me.
Which absolutely this froghemoth will.
Disadvantage.
They have disadvantage?
Prone.
But she can't stand up, right?
Oh yeah, she's not really
now a
standing
prone
up
frog.
yet. Yeah, just a giant froghemoth.
I'm just picturing it
On
still
the
like a
ground.
splatted like frog like splayed out, just like I'm bigger now.
First one is a 23 to hit with disadvantage, and the second is a 13, which I believe.
I don't love
misses.
that.
First hits.
This does 20 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Cut off the tongue, cut off the tongue.
This is one of its tentacles. It has two large tentacles growing out of the back of this round bulbous frog sort of thing.
I'm not sure
It
why
is-
the grub
it is-
worship this anymore.
It is pulling you a little bit toward it, but it's not actually moving you. It's just the tentacle is taut at this point. And its large mouth on the ground opens to show these gigantic teeth. It is indeed a toothy maw. Oh, our friend, for some reason, is no longer in here. Where'd he go? And he went right after. I'm in the wrong layer. That's apparently why. Just to get him back on the board. Okay. Okay. Night Eater begins. Oh, friends. Friend's a frog. I ain't never seen my friend be a frog and not eat someone.
I don't
You
think she's
gonna
your
get
friend. She's not your friend, and I'm not gonna get ate.
And you turn back to him and you see him just smiling wide as he like not slices but runs his greatsword across his chest, and the armor that he's wearing starts to pulse and glow, and these black almost tendrils whip out of the front of his armor, wrap around his own body, and you see them then light up with this kind of bluish light. His hair stands on end straight up. His beard kind of gets spiky and furrows at his face. He looks at you, Stormbringer, and is going to bring that greatsword down on you several times if he can help it. Only 2 times, not 3. One of them is a crit, though. Fuck. Of course, I get just a normal damage crit when I hit. And I
Why
don't
is
get
that an
3
option?
times.
Like on the table. Hey, you get nothing.
It's because that's the lowest possible thing I could roll.
Like I'm grateful,
The
but
one,
also
the one on the success table is just normal, and then the 20 on the miss table is just normal.
Yeah. So 21 slashing damage and 11 force damage. As this greatsword slams into you, you are sort of blocking most of it with your shield, but the reverberation of the sword, almost as if it just kept going at the same while sort of the sword stopped, the rest of it kind of kept on going. You see blood immediately form in the wound across your chest. This is slightly more powerful than he was a moment ago, it seems. And then the other one was a 16, and I don't think that hits. That's a low roll.
No.
Alas.
Does force damage count with rage, or is that not a physical?
It's a type of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes by your rage.
It is in
resistance.
fact
Okay.
it is in fact the least resisted damage type in 5th edition
It is.
D&D.
And then he says, "Sadness, do it again." And Sadness begins to pull you now, Stormbringer, toward it. It's going to try to bite you.
He can act not on his turn.
Only if it's like a legendary action or something. That would only work in that
I
case.
didn't realize they had legendary actions.
Now we do.
Got a little bit Mickey there at the end.
Does a 20 hit you?
Yes.
20 hits, 18 piercing damage as it bites into you. You are a medium creature. You
I
go
counted
in
the
its
size larger for my carrying capacity.
I'm afraid you go in its mouth. You are now considered swallowed. You are blinded and restrained. Here, I can just... Well, no, I don't want to do all that.
Did they swallow her weapon?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, everything on you.
I'm just going to say that's going to get real interesting when she reverts back to normal size. I am just saying, it doesn't say anything about.
Hey, if the body is blown into like 5 million pieces because a Goliath exploded out of it, can you still res it?
It
Depends on the
technically on a
spell.
resurrection you could, but it takes incredible magic. Incredible magic.
If we take some of the pieces of the body with us, can you still res it? If we grab a couple
Yes.
chunks?
If it's
Yeah,
if it's resurrection, you don't even need a body.
You need like a name, basically.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't have that. I only have Raised Dead.
That's not an only. That's real good.
Raised Dead specifically doesn't work if there's missing parts that are vital for survival, though. I was just reading it.
Also true. Yeah.
So it's more powerful than like Revivify, but I can't like res a headless creature.
Burbage, your turn. Up
Do you
next is
know
Clem.
where in the initiative order Clone Burbage is?
They got the same
Yeah,
roll.
he is right after you, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you guys had the
initiatives
same
were
exact initiative.
Yeah. Cool.
Night Eater's behind you. A giant frog just ate Stormbringer right in front of you. A huge frog. This counts as
Yeah.
a huge creature.
Frog hemoth.
Yeah.
I'm vaguely just kind of thinking ahead to like, I hope that, I don't know, we've got two Burbages. I hope they could do some cool shit together. But I know that I basically relinquished Clone Burbage to you.
And I hate cool shit.
Yeah. I will have Burbage attack the Froghemoth with Bright Fang. I think it's my best bet, and I think I
Right.
have advantage.
You do have advantage? Oh yeah, it's still prone.
Still
Fuck.
prone.
I keep forgetting.
But also,
it doesn't really
would
matter.
I have advantage if we were flanking it?
Also true. Yeah, but it's prone. It's good. You're good.
Okay. All right, let's see what happens with some Bright Fang. 27
27 hits.
for 12 piercing and 7 cold, and I'll roll some sneak damage.
Damn. 3158. All right. Regular Burbage, who has a dagger, I think.
You mean Clone Burbage?
Oh, clone Burbage, not extraordinary Burbage, but just regular ass Burbage.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Basic Burbage.
I just want to make sure that that's the end of my turn.
Yeah, please.
I'm feeling uneasy about this fight. I'm feeling uneasy about how Stormbringer's turn went. Fuck. So that was my action. Shit. And regular Burbage has my fucking crossbows.
Wait, aren't you regular Burbage?
Sorry, no. Yeah, there's.
I'm
real Burbage and fake
extraordinary
Burbage.
Burbage. He's just regular.
Basic Burbage.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm gonna use my Piercer feat to do this every turn. I'm gonna re-roll the 1 in the sneak attack.
Yeah.
Damage. Let's see what that gets me.
Okay.
So, an additional
extra
3 damage there.
Okay. You stab into this incredibly round creature. The ice is over the wound rapidly. Otherwise, you would see a lot of blood gushing out of this thing.
Trying to decide if it makes any sense to disengage.
I'm gonna. It's not my turn. I wanted to message Cantrip you to say something, but I probably don't get a free action to say anything if it's not my turn.
Probably not.
Andy.
Unless it's just role playing, doesn't have to do a strategy.
No, it's absolutely I'm telling him to do something.
Fair, okay. Let's say not.
Now, if I
You message Cantrip him?
On
It's not my
Clem's
turn.
turn, yeah.
Oh,
I were-
I'm sorry.
were to, so in the event that this thing does get its feet free,
Yeah.
with us positioned as we are, would we still have advantage because of us being allies being adjacent, or is that just for my
not
sneak
advantage,
attack?
flanking. Yeah.
Okay, so
Sneak attack is the adjacency.
So could Burbage disengage?
Yeah.
To not provoke an opportunity attack, but primarily just to kind of like move around it to be flanking it from like this side,
So that
or like over here.
right. So if you were here, it would be a lot easier for this Burbage to flank. If that makes sense.
You have to be on complete opposite sides to be flanking.
Yeah.
I thought you just had to be able to draw a line through the enemy, and you can because of how fucking big this thing is.
Not quite. You have to be on opposite sides. That's the rule for flanking.
Well, I saw Rachel vigorously shaking her head.
Is that not the rule?
No, I
No,
think she was.
vigorously
I
shaking
think
her head.
she was
Okay.
trying to indicate something else.
Definitely not metagaming. And hoping
I'm not
you didn't look
watching.
at her
I'm not
camera.
watching cams. I need to watch cams.
Why
I
can't
was
I?
literally doing this. It's fine.
Why can't I move my character now? Are you doing something, Andy?
No. This one down here, I can move him.
Yeah, stop so that I can. Thank
Okay.
you.
I wasn't doing that, but
You were something was happening, and I blame you.
okay.
I want to argue with you about the rules of flanking, and I'm
Yeah.
going to table that for later, not
Okay.
right now, because we don't want Burbage. Maybe we don't want him flanking anyways. Maybe, but
Okay.
but right now, I'm just telling you. Put that on your agenda. We're going to argue.
Fair. That's fine.
Pencil her in.
I mean, I kind of wanted Burbage to go around this way.
You can absolutely do that. Yeah, and then he
And-
would have to go around this way, provoking an opportunity attack from Night Eater.
Well,
But you can absolutely do that.
can I
also
do
has
some
this-
par? What you say, go away?
He also has the same abilities as Burbage. He could disengage and then move.
He could disengage. Yeah.
Yeah. But why can't I do some parkour and just kind of be up?
Also
Like,
fine. Yeah,
here.
that would work.
Parkour.
Rachel's not shaking her head anymore, but
Okay.
I would generally lean towards the one that leaves you more towards your allies.
yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking.
What's your choice?
Yeah,
Rachel,
I'm
don't choke.
since we're so right next to each other,
Yeah.
I want us to do like a cool crisscrossy kind of like move together. So I'm gonna go over here,
Okay.
and I want on Burbage's next turn because we're in sync.
Yeah.
Burbage and me. I want him to start his action by disengaging and moving over here. Even if we don't need flanking for advantage right now, I think it's cool.
He's gonna pull out the dagger and give it a shot because he'll have advantage and sneak attack.
I would argue that this is probably the most in sync with Burbage has ever been.
Yes.
You're not
Right.
wrong. 16 to hit absolutely hits. 3 damage, but also sneak attack. Gee, 36 damage. That's insane. Fucking rogues, man. Yeah, this thing, while it has Stormbringer in its mouth, it's trying to like look at both of you as you crisscross around either side of it. It appears like it is not. able
The fact that it's
He
a
would
predator
also-
is its
to keep
downfall.
He would also
eyes
use
on both of you.
Piercer to reroll the one in his sneak attack.
In his sneak attack. Okay. All right, so we'll add 2 to it. All right.
And Burbage will say, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm kind of sad, but I've been sad. How about you? He's saying that to clone Burbage.
Always sad. That's sort of our thing. Look at this. All right, that was the Burbage's Clem with Stormbringer on deck.
Okay. I'm going to move. Hold on. Just kind of seeing. I'm going to move like 3 squares forward.
Okay.
Well, I could always just move myself, can't I? No, I
Remember,
can't.
you are up above the house and stuff.
Just gonna move 3 squares forward though to here. I can't move myself for some reason.
Weird. Okay.
Thank you. And I am going to cast Blight on the Froghemoth.
You cannot see the Froghemoth. He is inside at
Oh.
the bottom of the tower, and you are on top.
Could
of
I
him.
not? So I really can't like do anything. What is
You
there
can-
like?
You can do lots of things. I don't know what do you say.
But I mean, I can't see anybody. There's no.
There's a giant ball of blue light in the sky coming at you.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
kind of a thing.
That's not what I'm interested in the least bit. That seems well above my fucking pay grade.
You're in the right pay grade. You're with everyone here.
No, I know. I want to be with everyone too. I'm not going like I'm an intelligent like that. Clem is a very intelligent character.
Yes.
She's not going to go fight the thing of blinding blue light while everybody else is inside this fucking tower. Like that seems
More people,
stupid.
Right. More of your friends are outside the tower than inside.
But I want to go where that like I want to be at least not
Where the
so
people
totally
are.
split.
You want to
Where
be inside the
people
tower.
are. I
Sure,
want
sure,
to
sure.
be where the
People
people
are.
are.
Yes, I get it. You
I
want to be
want
in
to
the
see them
tower.
dancing.
Don't give her
Um,
FOMO.
Is it possible for her to fly?
Should I be
to get
inside the
me?
tower or outside the
Yes.
tower? Who is having more fun?
To fly to who?
How much movement will it take? Because you had told me before. I thought I could get to it in 2 turns. So this is my 2nd turn, I think. No, because yeah. Well, Jesus. So I moved and dashed, and then I moved and did my firebolt.
Yeah.
So now I want to. If I move and dash, can I be there? And that would be this turn, or
Move and dash. You can get in the tower. Sure.
I would like to be like. Can I be near any of my allies, or no?
They're all on the ground floor.
Okay.
You'd have to go in the upper level and then fly down.
Could I fly down and do an action on my next turn? Like, would that be feasible, or would I have to use my entire turn for movement the next time too?
You could get adjacent to them down there if you dashed. Like you could get down here by
This
Burbage.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to do that.
Okay.
But I want to have Burbage in between me and the frog. Or I want to be within 25 feet of Burbage.
Okay.
Because then
Okay.
that way I know that I can move to him my next turn and still do something.
Okay. So you could be up here in the rafters still. That's
Because if I can stay
25
out
feet.
of the range of anybody,
Okay.
but like, I mean, obviously if they have, far range things, but if I could be not right with somebody,
You're
Yeah.
saying
but
that
still,
you're saying that Clem doesn't see Night Eater and go, "Oh, I want to go stand next to that."
yes, exactly. But I want to be able to get to Burbage on my next turn and do something.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Then.
That's my goal.
All right. Then.
Sorry, it's hard to tell the Z axis of this here map. So
Yeah. Then 100%. You could get to here with a dash.
okay, so I'm gonna stay. I want to not be in anybody's like close range, but be able to get to Burbage on my next turn.
All right. You also have Randolph with you if you want him to do anything.
Yeah. Could he drop down on I don't know who's closest. Which bad guy's closest? Can he drop down to the Froghemoth and fuck him up?
He could leap off this and drop on the. Yeah, I'll allow that.
Let's do it. All right, Randolph. Show your worth. Let's
Froghemoth
see.
is still prone also, so you have advantage.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. He has 1 action. I mean, technically he should have 2 because he also has a fucking scorpion tail.
Yeah,
but that doesn't
Andy.
mean that it's a working
Sure.
scorpion tail, I guess.
21 hits?
I couldn't quite hook up the plumbing. Plumbing? I'm having a stroke
Yeah.
right now. I'm sorry. I couldn't quite hook up the plumbing for the poison on the the thing. I don't know why I cannot speak. I am sorry. I get advantage, right? So I'll just roll to see if I get a crit or anything.
Even better.
I did not, but I got a 23.
Hits.
I don't think any of us got a
Really?
long rest between last session and this session. I mean, us as players.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Oh,
no.
and players. Yeah.
I was like,
I think
Yeah,
w-
we did a
I think
great
we're
battle.
I think we're all just exhausted. Like we need to rest.
I
was like, Adam,
did
you-
1
you
piercing
can't-
damage.
Yeah.
Okay, no, wait, hold on a second. Now, this is a thing that I am going to contest because you input Randolph as 1, but a construct does more than that. My whatever the homunculus servant shit.
Okay. I don't know if I inputted him as anything.
You did. I did make Randolph.
Oh.
You made Randolph.
Oh, we made him just a homunculus.
I mean, I didn't do it.
Yeah, I don't think I.
Again, it was not me. I don't have the power
Yeah.
to make this. I don't
No, it's
believe.
fine.
My homunculus servant does technically it's force strike, so not bite. It's listed as bite there, And it should do 1d4 plus my proficiency bonus. So this just does an automatic 1, but I'm going to do 2 plus my proficiency, which is what now, 5? 6. So 8 damage to the Froghemoth.
What is its plus to hit?
It's, oh, sorry. I mean, I rolled a 19.
Yeah, you hit.
Plus-
If we're changing the
Okay.
attack, we should just do it now.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It's plus my spell attack modifier. So my spell attack modifier is... my spell attack... What is your spell? My spell attack bonus is 11, but that feels...
It's your proficiency
High.
bonus plus your casting stat.
Right,
Yeah,
so
so-
11.
yeah.
11.
So plus 11.
So he rolled a 30 to attack.
Yes. But it's only it's 1d4 plus 6, so he did 8 damage, and it's force damage, I believe.
Beautiful.
So there
he
you
doesn't-
go.
and
Now,
he
now
doesn't
he's
have the-
on the Froghemoth.
And he doesn't have the poison thing.
He doesn't. I mean, if you want him to, he does have a fucking scorpion tail, Andy. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we can make that creature if you'd like.
Let's do it, because what else is the point of a giant scorpion tail if not to poison things? So how much poison damage does he do? Or does he give him the poison thing? Or can Froghemoths even be poisoned?
All good questions. He rolled an 18, so he's nothing at the moment.
Gotcha. Fair.
All right.
Cool. That's my that's Randolph's turn.
I don't know. Scorpion tail's got to be good for peacocking.
At least.
Coat hanger.
There we
Alright.
go. That's what Clem uses it for mostly.
Stormbringer, you're going to take 14 acid damage as you begin your turn being digested by this thing.
Cool. What status effects am I under?
Swallowed.
You are restrained and blinded.
Okay,
Oof.
so I'm gonna recklessly attack because they get
Yeah.
advantage on attacks against me anyways.
Also, you have full cover.
From outside things.
You're in the
Also-
frog.
Yeah.
Does this basically render my shield null right now? Like, bitches are still within 10 feet of me. If I still have the shield out, do they have to try to attack me in here?
It's within your aura. So does your aura still count? As
I do not
I'll-
think there is any
I'll look.
clarification for that.
Okay.
I don't think it says anything about, like, it doesn't count through walls or anything, but yeah, can you check?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna attack yet then, because I want to. So I'll
The
wait to do my
aura
weapon
extends-
attacks.
The aura extends 10 feet from you in every direction, but not through total cover. So
And you are
Okay.
specifically
So-
for total cover right now.
Okay.
theoretically, you should be able to hit the Froghemoth, who does not have total cover from
Right.
you. They are your total cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna, for now, hot swap into my Oni Glade.
Oh, okay.
And I'm recklessly attacking, which gets me to neutral instead of disadvantage.
Yeah.
This is a 17 hit. I'm inside
it
it. I
does.
feel like a 17 should hit.
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely it does.
So that's 23 magical slashing damage.
At 23 damage, it does spit you up. Any damage more than 20 spits you up.
Okay. I can't swap my shield back on for my second attack, can I?
No.
That's too much swapping.
Yeah.
Okay. Second attack then.
Should Stormbringer have had advantage on that?
Now
No.
Stormbringer will have advantage
Now.
on this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
because recklessly attack affects both. Thank you for the
Yeah.
reminder. So it's a 26
26 hits.
for 18 magical slashing damage.
Okay.
And if it's still alive, I need it to make Hold on really quick. Yeah, I need the Froghemoth to make a DC 18 Dex save.
Okay. It rolled 15.
It's only 7. Are we supposed to be getting radiant damage to our attacks?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. You have 2d6 of radiant damage every time the weapon attacks hit. Burbage doesn't, so that didn't
Okay.
apply. But you should
I'm
have.
gonna roll another 4d6. We won't
Sure.
retcon this all the way back.
Yeah, it's all your turn. I don't mind that.
And you already had enough damage to be spit out, so it doesn't mechanically change anything.
So it's another 12 radiant damage, and then it was 7 lightning damage.
As you slam this glaive straight over into it again and again, the white trail of fire follows. It's slashing into this thing. It's just roaring in pain. It looks incredibly hurt. Blood is now spewing over several of its open wounds, dousing this Burbage in Froghemoth blood.
I'm just imagining
Not quite
Burbage.
dead.
Not quite dead, no.
Sorry, I'm just imagining Burbage like sitting there, like just a shot of Burbage, and all of a sudden, like this bucket of blood just gets like splashed on him from out camera.
Splash zone.
Who looks stronger, a Froghemoth or Night Eater?
You can give me a nature check real quick.
21.
Froghemoth looks stronger at the moment, but also way more hurt. This one is just in some fancy, crazy armor, but just a dude.
And
Glowing
is
at the moment, but just a dude.
Bear Curry making Bear Curry's way into us, or is Bear Curry still outside?
I'm
Still
still outside.
outside at the moment, yeah.
Okay. A Night Eater needs to make a DC 18 strength saving throw.
Okay. A 22.
Okay, so nobody's and I made slashing attacks against, this is one of the first times my ice hasn't gone off. I made slashing attacks against the Froghemoth, so it's I have to slash her feet, so it's its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn, which probably doesn't matter since we're all standing next to it.
I don't
But
think it's moving.
if she like turns back into a druid and tries to run or something, her speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Brilliant. At the end of your turn, from behind you, oh, never take your eyes off your foe. 22, I believe, hits.
Yes.
For 13 slashing and 7 force.
I like that. I like that
6
he's
and
like,
7.
never take your eye off your foe, when just like 3 seconds ago, he had his friend swallow her. Like, not really an option, buddy.
Right.
Cool.
Werebear Hakari. Up next is Calorin and then Cherry.
Wait. I just keep yelling.
We only caught part of that.
Okay, so Calorin's really far away.
95 feet? I mean, not really far, no.
But nothing that a bear is going to do anything about.
Yeah.
So, how far? I'm going to go up to the Froghemoth.
Okay. So you fly down, all the way down? Okay.
And I'm going to. Where does it look the most hurt? Like, where are the wounds on its body?
Mostly
Like
the front,
bleeding.
where Stormbringer has been slashing it.
Okay, in like the belly or
Yeah.
the front of the face. Okay, so how big is it compared to me? Like, could I go underneath it?
Not really.
It's also
Oh, I
kind
guess
of
it's a
laying
frog,
on its
isn't it?
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still prone.
It is still prone.
Oh, it's prone. That's right. But I was also thinking how frogs sit. Like, I can't really jump.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to jump on top of this froghemoth and just rake my claws in as deep as they go,
Let's
all
do it.
while yelling.
Okay, let's do it.
Give me a second while my thing. Sorry.
And don't forget the 2d6 radiant, which maybe Charity just rolls along with you if you
Sure,
hit.
I can do that then.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that on your turn, Lena.
Crap! I need to go into Hikari Werebear, not Hikari.
I had to specifically be not doing it for Burbage.
I just click multi-attack or
No, you
claw?
click the claw, yeah.
With advantage.
So do it again. 23 hits.
And I roll.
Your attack, just click attack.
Oh, just click attack. Okay, I'm looking for that again. Where does it say attack?
Oh, you didn't see. Yeah, I'll roll it for you.
Thank you.
8 damage.
+5.
+5. That is exactly the froghemoth's remaining points.
I've taken down 2 of them, although she's still there technically.
You now see popping out of the froghemoth form in the middle of all of you, this tiny halfling druid who just sort of slumps to her knees. You all look so sad. No, that's not right. You will all look so sad. Time gets weird. But she's still alive, just on her knees, still sort of frozen to the ground.
Does the bear have
You do have another attack, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Do I have a what?
Another attack? Multi-attack?
Oh, yeah.
Multi,
Do I have advantage on it, too?
Yes. $19 hits.
Okay, I see where it says melee weapon attack, but you're gonna have to roll it for me because
That's fine. 15.
And 5 more.
Yeah, Bearkari, how do you kill
Oh my god.
this individual?
This is the most satisfying fight
Yes.
ever so far. Let's think. So, I don't know if I can do this, but you'll have to tell me. When I rake my claws on the back, I'm literally reaching in as I'm raking for her spine.
Okay.
And I literally, with my second attack, rip it out. Just out of the body. Can you do that?
Of course, yeah.
I really
Yeah.
enjoy the fact that Hikari just produces Mortal Kombat fatalities.
Yep.
You just
I'm
rip
liking Warakari.
the spine of this tiny creature in comparison to your bear form, just straight out the back. Her eyes immediately go glassy, and you hear Night Eater behind. No!
Where's Clem for me?
Up above you, behind you.
And she can fly, right?
Yes.
Oh crap, I can't communicate with her though. I'm gonna hold it up and wave it around.
Like,
Like towards Clem, and then I'm just gonna throw it towards her, not to hit her, but down, like up towards her.
Fair.
Because, then we can maybe take it after. She'll want to probably take it if we win.
You're throwing Clem a halfling's spine?
Yeah, she'll want to take it.
Yeah, because she's racist against halflings. This is
Put it in
more.
your
Wow.
inventory, Rachel. The rest of the body
Horrifying.
of the druid.
Wait, isn't she wearing antlers?
Yeah.
I take the antlers off her head and put it on top of my own.
All right. As you are
And then I go,
mutil-
"Rah." Wait, hold on. I go, "Rah, rah," into her ear, or what was her ear, or whatever.
Yeah.
And it means, "Who's sad now, biatch?"
As you're just mutilating this body, it starts to move and jerk a little bit.
Oh
No,
God.
thank
And
you.
it starts to wriggle. Swarms and swarms of these giant toothy grubs start pouring out of her onto the ground around all of you.
You say toothy?
Toothy grubs.
Like, are they grub size or are they big grubs? Like regular grub size or?
Very large grubs with small circular little tiny mouths, and they are leaping off of the ground onto each of you.
Did her body turn into that, or is her body still there and just these came out of it?
These entirely came out of it. She's nothing but skin at this point.
Can I like? Oh no, I'm flying, right? No, I'm on the ground, right?
You're on the ground, yeah.
Can I start stomping on them as I'm just standing there?
Not on.
Not on them. Okay.
You're done with your turn, but
I can't just do a little dance while I'm
I mean,
waiting.
kinda, yeah. You just don't affect too much. Does a 17 hit you, Stormbringer? And a
If
15
it meets,
Burbage.
if it meets, it hits.
Yes.
Okay, then it does because I don't have my shield up right now.
Okay.
What about Burbage? What did you say?
Does a 15 hit you? Real Burbage.
No, because of my negotiated armor last session. AC 16.
And the rest are all too low. So these things are just like, you hear them slapping against the ground to like bounce themselves up to try to bite into you. Stormbringer, as like 5 of them latch onto you and start to burrow into you. You don't actually take any damage.
I don't like
That's
this,
ominous.
Andy.
Oh, good.
And I'm
Is
just gonna
this
say
that thing that burrows inside you, and if it like gets to your heart, you just auto die, Andy? Because that would be really not cool.
Let's hope not.
And
Rot grub?
Andy, you're a dick. I'm just gonna say it for all of us.
Wait, what?
Who did it go into? It went into Stormbringer?
Yes.
yeah,
Did I see this?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to give me a quick nature check to see if you know what these are?
I know what they are.
Does Clem?
we
Clem knows all this shit. Come on.
Yeah, nature check is going to be great for you. Yeah, 21. These are rock grubs. You know that
Really?
once they burrow into you, if you don't like immediately use your turn to pull them out, or like put fire to yourself, they will burrow in and just keep burrowing until they hit your heart. After 6 seconds, they are too deep in you to get anymore.
So she can't wait till her turn to get it? Or no,
Yeah.
she has to wait. Her turn will be fine. It's the...
Yeah.
If it comes around to sadnesses. Oh no, Jesus Christ. Bearkari's turn again.
Yes.
Then it'll be too late.
Yeah. Okay. Charity streaking through the sky. This form. He's gonna go all his movement. You see him casting a spell. It looks like he's not necessarily aiming at you. You're not sure, but it's
I'm
in
gonna
this direction.
counterspell.
As will he.
I will Rod of Absorption.
Do you have to be the target of this?
His counterspell targets me.
His counterspell does target you. What is the language on that?
Please hold. Oh my god, so many things. Most of them aren't items. Do I just not... Please hold.
You're good.
Oh, never mind. I can't do that. It's my reaction. And that would be two
okay.
reactions.
Yeah. Okay. As both of you struggle to sort of counter each other's spells, just these like light blue chains, almost from the ground, reach up and grab at your arms, and sort of sap a bit of that magical energy, and then like whip off of you. It appears that the spell he cast is gone off. You then hear next to you a bit of rumbling, sliding stone as several of the bricks in the tower itself start to crawl out of their places and begin to move around toward you. And then you hear a massive as the top of the tower begins to collapse entirely on those inhabitants within. And I need everyone within the tower to roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
This is an
What is
effect I
happening?
can see, right?
The tower is collapsing on you all.
It's okay. For some reason, I thought when he said you see stone, I was imagining stone beasts, and I was like, wait, what?
I got a 16.
Okay.
You said dexterity save?
Is this technically an area effect?
It is an area effect.
Okay, so I will have evasion. So let's see how this goes.
I got
I
a
got a
16 too.
17, Werebear. Kari gets 16.
The
Okay.
23 for Burbage.
Both Burbages immediately see the tower collapsing, make the exact right moves to pin themselves up against the wall, as the rest comes crumbling down. So Clem, it looks like you, Hakari, and Stormbringer are not going to make the save. I don't know if you want to do any fun magic-y shit.
I don't know that I can do. I have Flash of Genius, but is it a reaction or to look?
It is a reaction.
Is it you have the ability to come? Yeah, you can use a reaction. I can only do it to one person. Who
I'm a
looks-
bear, and I'm
So-
fine.
I think that probably Stormbringer looks the most fucked up of the three of us, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because I'm okay. I'm a beast now, so. And Bear Kari's a fucking bear. So I will give Flash of Genius to Stormbringer, so she can add +5 to make it 21.
Okay. So Stormbringer, the Burbages are actually going to be fine because they've entirely dodged this. Stormbringer, you're going to take half, and Hakari and Clem, you'll take full 82 damage.
Jesus fucking.
I'm assuming
As
bludgeoning.
It is bludgeoning.
41 to 20 for you.
Thank you.
I forget. Does that work if it's not an attack?
It is
from a
just
weapon, or-
listed as the
Bludgeoning
damage
damage.
types.
Just bludgeoning.
Yeah,
You
no.
said it was 82 damage? Sorry.
Yeah, 82.
technically speaking, at this point, Stormbringer could probably just go cliff jumping for
Yeah.
fun, because the maximum she could take would be 20d6.
Andy,
Yeah.
so basically, the Burbages see, like, basically, is the entire kind of floor of this tower going to be covered in rubble when this
Entirely.
collapse?
Yeah.
Can I have Burbage as part of his deck save? Because he's been attentive to the cigar box his entire time. I'm wondering if his deck save, he could have like dove under like Bear Kari or something to be like basically like with the body of Sadness or something.
I'm
I don't-
sorry, what'd you say about Bear Cry?
Basically, my concern is that I don't want the body of Sadness to be like buried under rubble. That is going to
Yeah.
make it harder for Burbage to like search it for the cigar case later. That's my thought, and I don't know if there's anything I can do to mitigate that.
I don't know if going under the bear is going to help prevent the rubble from encasing what's her name.
Yeah, that's true.
And the bear, as well as Clem, are now pinned down by rubble.
Right, so I would just be trapped under them.
Stormbringer, you are not pinned.
Andy?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Oh, so we took damage and we're also like pinned?
Yes.
Fuck.
Charity, you see about 8 of these creatures then, kind of swarming around you.
Of course I do.
They are not attacking, as their main objective was just to get out of the rubble and let the thing fall. You hear Calorin. Oops, did we bury some of our friends?
Burying
And it-
2 of yours.
And it is your turn, Charity.
Given that it's one of the spells that I use a lot, do I think that this is telekinesis? Or not telekinesis, animate objects?
You do. Something similar. Maybe a slightly powered up version.
But it's in that category.
Yes.
That was not at all what I was trying to click on.
I was like, wow. I'm out.
I can kind of see what's happened in the tower behind me, right?
100% you saw this thing collapse, and you hear the screams and yells from within. Yeah.
My spiritual weapon is still down there. Can I use it to like uncover people or like start digging them out?
Sure. I'll give it someone advantage, like either Clementine or the bear, if you want to have your spiritual weapon help.
It's probably going to be... It's probably going to be Clem. Because...
I'm assuming a bear is stronger than Clem. if
Yes,
this
that's
is a
why. I'm like, I'm
demonstration.
assuming this
Yeah,
is... This,
please.
sorry, this is... My brain was going a little bit slowly, and I'm like, probably a strength thing to get out. Okay, good. Which is strong? Oh, never mind. I know which is stronger. So I'm going to do that. And then centered on Calorin, the air will just sort of spark for a moment, like on him, then explode out and then back in just sort of a clap of energy as I cast Synaptic Static.
Ah, okay.
Empowered, so he has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Sounds good. It's a what saving throw?
Int.
A disadvantage is 18 at the lowest.
Doesn't make it.
All right.
25 psychic damage. It rolls a d6. From now on, he will roll a d6 and subtract the number rolled from attack rolls and ability checks, as well as Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
Damn. Let's see if he
DC
does it.
12 for the save.
Ow, fuck, cat. Jesus. Sorry.
You roll a d6
Claws.
for me then real quick to subtract it. If you
3.
okay, not quite. So it's going to be a 15. So he'll hold concentration.
And then 2 of these are currently adjacent to me.
4 of them are.
Oh. Yeah, no, I know how to read a map. Jesus Christ, go away.
A little hard to see him. Sorry.
One note, Clue has fallen off the board.
Yep, he's right after you. I see him on.
Okay,
my
so
right
that's
layer.
right. You can still see him. I think I'm just gonna hang tight.
Okay. At the end of your turn, the warlord is going to attack you, Stormbringer. Not warlord.
Night Eater?
Night Eater. Yeah, 17 hits.
Yes, currently. Did Night Eater make his save?
Yeah, yeah.
But he took half, right?
Yeah, he definitely took half.
Good.
So that's 11 slashing and 7 force damage to you. So 6 and 7. And that was his third sort of legendary action.
Is that 6 and 7? Shouldn't that be 5 and 7?
You're right. Yep, 5 and 7.
Cool.
Clue pops back into existence.
I think Clue would not pop back into existence until he was like under me,
Sure.
and then carries me up and over. I know I'm still going to take the attacks of opportunity, but
Yeah. Then Gyak can start to move you away. These will get a few hits. 10 and 16.
10 misses.
I think the 9s miss as well. So a 16 hits for 3 damage. That's it.
Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on family's flame.
Anyone?
Yeah, that'll work.
Definitely do.
And just as another question, like the
Yeah.
roof and like the top of the tower is what's collapsed in, right?
Yes, entirely. Yeah. You can now see down if you are a
So-
little further up.
I'm basically trying to move up to get as much clearance from the stones as I can, but sort of maintaining visibility in this area.
Kind of like up here, but like up 20 feet or so from the top of the rubble tower
Yeah, probably.
ish. Does that sound about right? All right.
I think Clue's speed is 90.
Oh, yeah, you can go further if you want.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go so like I'm more like 40 up, so I think that the rocks would have a hard time following me.
Correct. Okay. So like 60 feet up from them down here.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Because they didn't the stones didn't seem particularly fast to me, right?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stones are moving on their own?
Yes.
It's something like
This wasn't
animate
just
object.
the tower collapsing?
No.
yeah.
he
It was
pulled
these
the
things.
stones.
Yeah. Pulling
Okay,
out from
okay.
a tower that
Understood.
had already been. Stormbringer, you see Night Eater again. He rakes that giant greatsword across his armor again, and then this time, those black tendrils now glow red, and you see him go. The veins in his throat are popping. His face is entirely red. His eyes are now steaming just a little bit. You see him dash like incredibly fast off of where he was standing, off some of the rubble, and bolt over to Burbage Kemp over here in the corner.
That's fake Burbage. And do I get an attack of opportunity?
You do at disadvantage. He's moving so fast.
How does
That's dumb.
reckless attack work? Because it hasn't been my turn again yet. But that's
Yeah, I think you're
just-
still doing
You
it.
should have advantage. I think
As
it's until
should
your
he,
next turn.
yeah.
But
So it's written as gives you advantage during this turn.
Still
Is it
this
still
turn. for
this
you.
turn?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think. No,
So
it's
that
still,
cancels it out to
it's
normal.
this round. So no, I don't think it's this turn for you.
Yeah, I think it
Okay.
only lasts for your turn, but it procs on all of the extra attacks, etc. that
Yeah.
you do on
Okay.
that turn.
So disadvantage.
Yeah. 23 hits, though. Oh, I'm sorry. 18. Oh, and a crit
13.
miss. Would you roll on the
do you,
crit miss
do you have
table?
do you have inspiration?
Currently have it marked on my sheet, so I assume yes.
Okay.
I would re-roll that.
Yeah, I'll roll it.
Just the one.
I clicked twice, but
Well-
25 is the
25. So 18.
Yeah.
And 18 is going to just hit,
No.
actually.
25.
It's a disadvantage between the 18 and the 25.
Yeah.
Technically not rules as written how inspiration works, but I think that's how we house rule it.
Because aren't you
Oh.
re-rolling the 13?
No, inspiration just adds a die to the roll and you can pick one. Using inspiration on disadvantage is technically like the most powerful thing you can do because it says
really?
you choose.
Okay.
But
But I mean, either way hits, I guess.
but we've
we can
always
do that.
used it this way. But
Yeah.
I want to use it the other way going forward.
Wait,
But
but
it's-
doesn't it mean you choose between the 13 or the 25?
Yeah, the disadvantage.
So the
still
disadvantage would
applies.
still affect with an 18. It would just be an 18 and a 25. Not between all dice rolled, I don't think is what that means.
Let me pull up the text of it.
you can keep playing your turn. Oh, I guess you're just doing damage. And it's the 23 either way, so.
Yeah, I'll do damage and then I'll look at the text of it and we can figure this out later.
23
Um,
and then you're raging. Right?
Yeah, so it's 26 points of damage.
And his speed reduces?
No, well, yeah, his speed reduces by 10.
Yeah.
Well, wait, is Slasher only on your turn? It's once per turn. This is
Yeah,
per this turn, so
yeah.
so his speed reduces by 10, but that probably doesn't stop him from getting over there.
No, definitely not. Okay. 22, I believe, hits faux Burbage. As does 18?
If it meets, it hits.
Yeah. It slashes into him with his giant greatsword that is now glowing kind of a red heat. He slashes into Burbage, and then as Burbage is trying his best to like scramble away up a little bit of the rubble, He stabs through him entirely, pinning him against the wall. Burbage lets out a cough of blood. And that is the end of faux Burbage. As he looks over to you, Burbage kind of smiles and his eyes close. And then he turns to dust.
Oh, he did look sad. But all my things collapse there in the dust.
Yeah.
You're like, but my stuff is still
Yeah,
good,
but my
right?
stuff is okay, right? And then Stormbringer. Does 17 still hit? Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, it hasn't been my turn yet.
Yeah. 12 slashing damage and 16 force damage. That hit harder than before. Whatever he's doing with his armor is seemingly hurting him, but progressively making him stronger. He's moving faster. He's getting harder to hit. Burbage Kemp, your turn. And up next is Clem.
Ooh, that was rough watching himself get killed. Yikes. So are there still two of these what did we call them?
Rock grubs.
Grubs?
Yeah.
Rot grubs.
Are there still two of them visible?
Hopefully they got crushed.
And there's
yes.
and there's still one burrowing into Stormbringer's heart.
Yeah.
And does Burbage see Sadness's body?
Sticking out a bit under some rubble, yes.
Whereabouts?
Right next to Hakari. Right, basically where these grubs are here. And Randolph. Who doesn't have a heart for them to burrow into, I guess, technically.
Ah! Who needs a heart?
I'm just picturing one like going into his leg and then just like pops back out his head. Randolph. Eh?
Fuck this fight. So I'm scared of these rot grubs. What the fuck? Roscoe. That's wrong podcast, Adam. Okay. Burbage will try to kill this rot grub, I guess. The one that's by
It's a swarm of them. Yeah, just start hacking away at him.
is
They
it
You're not
their
going to try and get the
strength
cigar
save?
box?
These things
I-
made strength saves to avoid, or agility saves to avoid being crushed.
Yes,
some of
yeah,
them
yeah,
did
Yeah,
get
3 of them are gone entirely.
some of them got crushed. I saw
Yeah,
them
yeah.
go away.
Are you not going to search for the cigar box?
I am. Yeah, I definitely want to. I just don't want to get a rot grub in me. And also, well, I mean that. So, I guess searching for the cigar box would be an action, or could I not? Could I use my fast hands as a bonus action? Like, I mean,
Does it say
So-
you can do an investigation check or something with?
it allows me to make a dexterity sleight of hand check, especially if it's covered in rubble. Then I'm almost like having to reach in and use my sleight of hand skills to like.
If you're
reach
not looking,
around.
if you're not looking for something and you're just grabbing shit from her body, I'll let you do that. Yeah.
I mean, right, but it's like, I mean, Burbage is very good sleight of hand, so he's used to looking like he's using sleight of hand because of the so he'll be using that on his bonus action to search for. But first, I would like to try to attack the rock grub, I think.
Okay.
With Bright Fang.
Okay. "31 hits. Jesus. 8 and 11. Okay.
And can I do
Back
sneak attack?
Yeah, and sneak attack if you want. Yeah. You've
35.
you've destroyed these rock grubs entirely. As you walk toward them and they start popping off of the ground and trying to bite at you, you're just slashing them in midair. It's a really fucked up fruit ninja.
Cool. So I've cleared the way a little bit. Hopefully they're less of a distraction. So Burbage, yes, would like to use fast hands to do a sleight of hand check on the body going through the rubble, trying to find the cigar case.
Give me sleight of hand.
Okay. 21.
21. With a 21, you do not find a cigar case. You find about the only thing that looks like there's a pouch of gold and a ring. Look to be about the only interesting things on them at the point.
We'll take those.
Yeah.
Maybe the ring's magical or something.
No cigar case.
No cigar case.
Okay. That's I think yeah, Burbage will take those. I'll count the gold later. But I think that is his turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Night Eater is whipping around to you, Stormbringer. He's glowing with this kind of red aura at this point. His movements are so incredibly fast. Does a 29 hit you?
Yes, obviously.
11 slashing, 13 force damage. 5 and 13. As he comes down, you bring up your glaive, and you're like, this is an easy way to block. His hand almost sort of, the sword itself even kind of stutters for a second. You lose sight of it for a second, and it's slashing across you as you went up to block very clearly a strike down on you. It is now across. He's moving nearly as fast as that demon moved.
Even with his speed reduced by 10.
Even with his speed reduced by 10. Clementine, Stormbringer, you're next.
I'm guessing it's going to take an action to try and get myself out of the rubble.
Yes. You advantage because the sword is helping you.
Okay, I will do that. Is it a strength check?
Athletics.
Strength save?
Athletics is, yeah.
Athletics?
Mhm. Either one of those.
Man, but I do... What? All my saving throws have +1. That'd be better for me.
Not quite a save.
Oh, that's a 2, but I have advantage.
Okay, I was like, Jesus.
Okay.
I forgot to click advantage, so...
There's a 2.
Motherfuck!
There's another 2, so that's a 3 total.
Inspiration?
I do not have it.
Anyone in the chat want to buy us inspiration for $5 to the Trevor Project?
We'll take 99 cents at
Or
this
if-
point.
Also,
You can't
Does-
negotiate this.
1 cent at this point,
Did
guys.
Randolph have to do a dexterity save? Wait, doesn't really matter. Randolph's dead.
Yeah.
Right?
Why is he not dead?
He's popped under rubble.
He's
There's
literally not
yeah,
really
there's
alive.
I mean, if he took, even if he saved, it would have been 41 damage.
He's at least not
Which-
moving at this point. Can Randolph die? No, but he is stopped moving. Yes.
He has before. Okay.
I'll spend my inspiration.
Okay. Get
Thanks.
another roll, Clem.
Sorry. If I get another fucking 2.
14.
Plus, can I do my stupid shit to make it a 19?
If you want to use your reaction. Yep.
Yeah, I do, because I don't think 14's enough. Yep, 19.
With a 19 and the help of the sword, as the sword is like through midair prying a bit of this off, you're actually able to breathe for the first time in the last, almost 6 seconds. And you take a breath in, you start to push along with the sword, and it just barely gives you enough leverage to crawl out from this massive stone that was crushing you. You're prone on the ground for a second, you're breathing heavily. But Clem, what would you like to do now? You are free of the stone. Yeah, that was your action. So a bonus action.
Yeah, I am checking something.
Yeah, or movement or something.
Sorry, I didn't have something in that I thought I did, so I'm just double checking. My thingamabob. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Beans. I don't have a lot of bonus action spells.
Or...
I do have mass healing word, but that doesn't do that much. That's like 1d4 plus, I guess plus 11.
Is it? Is the range 60 feet?
It is 60 feet.
You can see everyone. Everyone's within 60 feet of you.
Like, yeah, because I
even technically Randolph,
that
who's
is an
sticking
action.
out, his little feet sticking out.
Yeah,
the
Randolph
bottom
would get it, and he'd be fine.
Yeah, he's not.
The
only one not hurt is Clue.
Yeah, this just doesn't do that much fucking. I can choose up to 6 creatures.
Technically, I was nicked.
So,
yeah,
that was me. So I could do me, Randolph, Burbage, Bearcari. Why do I always do the shocker when I count? I don't understand. Stormbringer and Charity.
Yeah, that'd be 6.
I don't know why that's how I count. It's not anyway. Yeah, because I don't have a whole lot of bonus action, but that is something I could do. So, because I don't think the other thing that I want to do is a thing that I can do. So that's a thing and a thing. Everything. Sorry. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. Mass healing word. I could do
I
it
forgot
at a
to
higher
add my
level.
2d6 radiant damage when I did the bonus attack, the reaction on what's his fuck.
Yeah, we can add that.
It's not my turn yet.
I'm gonna I'm gonna cast it at 4th level.
Okay.
So that is 4 plus 7. Wait. Hold on. Sorry, I'm being confused. At a higher level, when you cast a spell, a slot of 4th level or higher, the healing increases by 1d4 for each. How did I get a 7 on a d4? I did. It just added my...
Your intelligence, yeah.
But shouldn't it add my thingamabobber? It says it adds my spell casting ability modifier, not my spell casting modifier. Yep. Okay, so 7 plus 4. So everybody gets 11 points of healing. Sorry. It's not very much.
Okay.
Does that fix the rot grubs that are inside me? I don't remember what you said fixes them.
It does not fix them.
Clem is also going to yell, or it's going to message cantrip Stormbringer, because I'm afraid yelling won't get to her right now. And is just going to say, that thing inside you will kill you if you don't get it out now. Prioritize getting it out above anything else. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I'm serious. Do it. And then, so Randolph is technically back, right?
Pinned, yes, but back.
And he's pinned, but he's right next to all those rot grubs.
Correct.
Can he just try to eat them all?
Uh,
I just want him to reach from the
Let's-
pin and just try
yeah.
to shovel them into his maw.
give me an attack with disadvantage,
Disgusting.
and we'll see.
Is that
if
an
he can
attack
start-
with disadvantage?
Yeah, and if we can
Okay.
eat some of these.
How many more are left?
There's one set
One
on the ground.
swarm of
Swarm.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like one at a time.
That would be a 21 at disadvantage, sir.
Give me a roll. Yeah, it hits.
7 damage.
He shovels, is eating about 5 or 6 of these giant grubs, who are just screeching a high-pitched screech as he's pinned, and so his torso can't move, but he's just on his side shoveling a few of these in.
Yeah, and
It's a
Clem is just
horrific
gonna yell,
sight.
"Try to find a heart in there, assholes!"
Love it.
There you go.
Stormbringer, your
that
turn.
was awesome.
turn.
At the end,
So
sorry,
how
at the
many
end of
rock grubs are left, by the way?
15 in the one swarm.
Jesus. Okay.
I just told you the hit points. At the end of that turn, this dude.
Oh, Clementine's gonna move. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Can
okay.
I just say I'd like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
move to be closer to everybody?
You also can fly still.
Yeah, you can.
Yes. So I'd
Light-
like to be kind of like
Yeah.
above Bearkari, flying
Okay.
out of range of anybody, but
Okay.
flying.
Sure. About 10 feet up, we'll say.
Sure. Yeah, I don't want to be in range of anybody's shit, but I want
Yeah.
to be near everybody.
This time, Stormbringer, as he does that same move and he's swinging down with his great sword, you see it kind of shudder a little bit, and possibly fast. He's moving it again, but this time you are ready, and you move your glaive, and just before it connects with your skin, clang! And in this kind of burst of air just almost blows everyone back a little bit. Clem, you have to maintain your sort of positioning in flight as this massive gust of air is blowing everyone. Your turn, Stormbringer.
Chelsea wrote a poem begging for inspiration in the chat. If you want to or pleading. Sorry,
Let's read it.
pleading for inspiration. It says, "Dearest
We need a
Andy,
break.
brilliant GM, be a buddy, a pal, and a gem. Give someone in the party inspiration, because we all know sadness doesn't spark as much joy as celebration. So please, Andy, accept this poem as a plea. I think this would be a fair deal, and I believe your players would agree."
Your pleas
you,
are
Chelsea.
delicious
Thank
to
you,
me.
Chelsea. Someone's standing up for us.
It was a good effort. It was a beautiful
A
effort.
completely bespoke, real-time poem written on
Yeah.
the spot.
Yeah.
Because of
amazing.
our D&D playing. That is the generative power of D&D, this brilliant game that you've dedicated your life to, Andy.
It's true.
It will have an effect. Let me tell you that. It won't be inspiration.
Cool, but it will have an
It's gonna
effect.
make it
Will have an
harder. No,
A
Jesus.
positive effect or a negative effect? You just
Chelsea,
Positive
you,
effect. It's fine.
Chelsea, you helped. Thank you.
thank you, Chelsea, for saving
Stormbringer.
us.
Your turn.
So how do I get the rot grubs to stop being rot grubby?
Do you want to give me a nature check real quick? See if you can figure it out.
It's not this campaign that I fought these in, right? That was in Saltmarsh with Rachel.
Saltmarsh. Yes, it was when you guys were all level
Okay.
1 characters. The first thing you
Right,
came
you
across
tried to
was
fucking
rot
murder
grubs.
us.
I didn't. It was Wizards of the Coast.
Okay. Nature check.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
boy.
a fumble.
Oh. Reroll, because amazing poem. Let's just say that is
Yay!
that is the effect. Fucking
16.
Okay. That just nearly killed you outright.
Good lord.
Okay, that had an effect, Chelsea. We'll say that.
Chelsea
Wow,
saved
Chelsea
our
just saved
bacon. Oh my
Stormbringer's
god.
life.
With a 16 Stormbringer, you have to apply fire, to get him out. Before they burrow too much in. My God.
I'm not a
I was gonna-
spellcaster.
Yeah, where the fuck are we supposed to get fire?
Carrying
I mean,
torches.
I have
You have a torch, right?
a fire greatsword. I just
That would also do it.
give myself a big poke with the fire greatsword.
It would do
Yeah.
1 damage to you.
That's fine. So I'll do that.
You switch out your flaming greatsword now. You light it up. You put it up to you. It's so hot. It's burning.
I have fire resistance.
Oh, you take no damage from this. It's
Yay.
hot, but you can withstand it. And you see the 4 or 5 rock grubs that burrowed into you now start screeching and popping out of you. It's horrific, but you kind of take a breath and you take a little bit of stock, a quick diagnostic check. You think that you are free of them at the moment.
Nasty.
That was your action
This is my action. So
and free action to pull it, but.
bonus action. Let me just double check how my fucking storm aura works. I think it's a bonus action. So yes, I just finally fucking found it. It's a bonus action. So DC 18 dex save from.
Okay.
Are the
There's-
rock grubs still alive?
Yeah, there's still a swarm of them bouncing and popping around in front of you. Ugh, this is the worst.
DC 18 dex save
Can you just kill them quick?
from them then.
A dex? They rolled a
Yeah.
11.
Okay.
Oh,
Which
that's
they
a good
should
time for a
because
hide.
they're grubs.
Take 13 lightning damage. Are they dead?
You start to the lightning shoots out of you. You hear thunder above in the gathering storm clouds. That now Charity is very clearly centered on this broken tower. The lightning shoots out, starts popping and singeing these things. There's like 2 of them left popping around, hopping, trying to bite at
Gross.
someone.
And then Night Eater needs to make a DC 18 strength save. He can probably make that, but
One question: do the rock grubs have to be in the same space to attack? Or do they have range?
They can be in the same space. I think they have a range of maybe not. They would have then been in your space. Oh no, it's a range of 0. Yeah, they're with you, Stormbringer.
cool.
I don't think that
I was just checking
stops
to.
them, but
I just was checking to see if they weren't in range of her from what we'd seen before, if she could use the ice on them instead of to keep them from moving.
I
into
see.
her
To
space.
keep them from coming in.
But they're in my space, so
Yeah.
DC 18 strength save from Night Eater.
Yeah, he rolled a 20.
Okay. And I
He is
guess
strong
that's
boy.
it for me.
What's left of the grubs are gonna try to attack. But they're trying to attack this juicy, glowing, hot thing next to them. So they're gonna move out of your square into his.
Yes.
Wait, into whose?
Night eaters.
Night.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, rock grubs don't have allegiance.
Yeah, fuck it. They just see juicy, hot thing.
Who's sad
Same.
now?
And you can't
Sad.
keep saying juicy hot thing.
I can't.
I
Pretty
see
sure
juicy
can.
hot thing.
Oh my god. Curious. Fucking interesting.
Wait,
What's
what is
what's
he
happening?
fearful of? Is he fearful of the grubs?
Yup.
Did they roll a nat 20 on him? Or
They rolled a nat 20 on him.
does he have to roll a con save though?
Yeah.
And
Might-
now he is being grubbed.
Might be very interesting. He rolled a 21 though, but so he's
Oh,
not
okay. So he's not-
fearful. But he does have them burrowing into him underneath his armor.
Yes.
Nice.
Good.
If the rock grubs could take care of him for us. Oh.
All right. Werebear Hikari.
Yeah.
You are pinned underneath some rubble. What would you like to do? Your friends are all
What's
around.
that white thing on me?
It's Randolph.
Oh, I thought it was a grub. I thought a grub got into me this whole time. Do you see
Well,
it, Andy?
technically, it's a bunch of grubs
that's
surrounded by Randolph.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm flying over on top of Randolph, above.
Okay.
It's like a Randolph grub
So-
papusa.
I'm
What happened to Knight? What's his fuck?
He got grubbed.
Is he just
Got
under the
grubbed.
rock grubs?
Yeah.
Okay, I just didn't see him on the board anymore, so I was wondering if I missed him moving away.
No.
Sorry. Continue.
so obviously I'm gonna use strength to try to get myself up.
All right, let's do it. Give me an athletics check or a strength roll
Okay, hold on.
as the bear.
Yes.
Yep, a 21. You are able to shoot this giant slab of rock just over as you stand up with it. It breaks and shatters on the ground. You've revealed a little bit more of the body of Sadness.
I like how you
Okay.
built this enemy and then immediately after she's dead, it's like, whatever the name is of that one.
I know. Why can't I forget Sadness? That was your action, Werebear Hikari. Would you like to do anything else?
Is there anything else I can do?
Move.
Can I move away from the rock grubs? Or is there anyone else pinned underneath stuff?
There's no one else. Well, Randolph.
Well,
free
okay,
Randolph.
I'm going. Can I move the little rock under? I mean, he's little. Can I grab him really quick? Come on, Chelsea's poem.
Chelsea's poem had its effect.
No, it was its effect for one person. It goes around to all of us.
If you use your bonus and movement, you could try to pull out Randolph.
I'm just gonna like pull him out. I don't want him to stop eating the grubs, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
try and like
The grubs are
lift it
gone.
off of him.
Yeah, they've moved away.
Oh, they're
from him.
gone. Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pull him off then.
They're inside Night Eater now.
So yeah, I'm gonna pull him out or whatever.
Okay, give me.
The rock up.
Are you trying to do it delicately or with force?
It doesn't. Is it a big rock?
Fairly big rock.
I mean, he's Randolph, so
Yank him.
yank it.
It's
You
most
trying to get
important to get
Randolph
the
out?
parts back.
Yeah. We can use the spine on him.
Yeah, he needs
The
Do I
that.
do- do I
halfling
do
spine?
Strength? What do I roll?
Just add an extra spine.
Strength.
A 10. You grab his feet and yank. It comes free,
Oh no.
but it's only half of Randolph.
Oh no!
Randolph was
Yeah.
alive. Did you just kill him? Okay.
Did I
The
kill
top
him?
half of him was alive. The bottom
I was
half
gonna say he's still alive.
is now. Yeah, he's still alive.
So sorry,
I gotta
Rachel.
I gotta make another Randolph.
And we can
It's
add
okay.
this spine.
But
He'll
he's,
be stronger.
he's technically free from the rubble.
Yeah. But this means he won't have a giant scorpion tail next time.
The scorpion tail
Andy.
is intact.
Oh.
If you want to reattach him, it wouldn't be hard.
I would have to get it from the rubble, though.
You would need like something to attach both sides, like a spine or something.
Well, no, because like this tail is on the half that Hikari just pulled out.
Oh, so did
Yeah.
he just miss his legs?
His
His,
bottom
uh,
half, we'll say. Yeah.
His goat legs? Is that what they were? They're goat legs, right?
Yeah. His
It's
bottom
been a while
half is
since I've
in
looked at
Hikari's
Randolph.
hands.
His top half is in Hikari's hands.
No,
Bottom
bottom half.
Oh,
Not the
so
wrong
I
half.
have the goat legs.
Yes.
And the
Tail.
tail. Sweet. I can figure out the other shit.
Nice.
We don't need a head.
I got the goat legs. I got the scorpion tail. I'm great.
All right. I need I need all of you, everyone, including our Night Eater friend, to make a Constitution saving throw.
Against what?
Calorin starts to wave his hands in the air, and he's doing this almost like dance that you see, Charity. And then with like kind of a crooked finger, he yanks and he rips a hole in the sky above you, down through which a brilliant sunburst of light shines.
So it's
I
not
rolled a
poison.
26.
I have a I actually do have inspiration. I just realized where I looked at my thing, so I'm gonna re-roll.
So yeah, not poison.
Not poison.
I'm gonna please hold.
Yeah.
Favored by the gods, I'm gonna roll 2d4 and add it to my result.
Okay.
So 20.
20 is enough. The rest of you,
I rolled a 26.
where'd you roll a 26? Oh, up here. Ah, good. Okay.
I'm gonna add a 5. No, I don't have a
You've
reaction. I
already
used
used-
it before my. Never mind.
I need everyone to take 45 radiant damage, except for Stormbringer and Charity, who take half of that. Let me roll for clue real
What's
quick.
half of
22?
45?
Did the
Thank
thing
you.
that Charity did to us make us less, more resistant to radiant damage, or no? Just makes us deal radiant damage.
Oh, that I don't remember. I don't think so.
I'm just asking. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes
don't
things that
believe
give you
so.
radiant damage make you that.
I'll
so.
double check. No.
And everyone is blinded except for Charity and Stormbringer, as the light is huge.
Jesus. Sorry, thunder just happened so intensely it shook my couch. So
Jeez.
That's been
It's very
happening a
That's
little
an
bit
Indiana
earlier.
thunderstorm right there. It's not a thunderstorm unless the house shakes.
Did Night Eater make a save?
He made it, yeah,
Boo!
but took 22 damage.
Boo!
He's a beefy dude. At
I
the
know. He's statted like me, so it's a con save. Like, yeah.
At the end of that turn, a 24 hits you, Stormbringer, as you're
Ew.
blinded, but you just feel this steering.
I'm not
Not
blinded.
blinded.
Oh, you're not. I'm sorry. Yeah, not Stormbringer. 13 slashing and 13 force damage.
Sorry, how much?
13 force and 13 slashing. So 6
So
and
6
13.
and 13.
Clue is hurt and blinded from that as well.
I hate this guy.
Join the club.
Bearkari, you are looking incredibly hurt.
I
As
am?
the bear. Yeah.
Oh, as a bear. Oh, actually, my bear points went away. So do I revert back to Hikari?
You still have 8, according to my... Because that was only 45 damage.
Yeah, but I took like 82 damage before that.
Oh, fuck, yeah. I'm sorry.
So I should revert into bear form. Or to Hikari.
Yeah, this is Hikari that took 45 damage.
So I'm not looking that hurt, actually. I just reverted to... Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I got my healing spells back.
Yeah. You can cast spells
I
again.
don't have a sword, but...
Why
Or
not?
can I say that I had my sword on me when I turned into Bearkari?
Yeah,
Did it
I
stay
mean, you were
with me?
carrying it.
I mean, because my communication necklace, obviously, like the medallion, whatever. Could I use that in bear form to think at them?
The sigil?
No.
Oh, it'd just be like. "Rrrr."
The rocks are going to double move to get down to you. These animated rocks are now rushing toward all of you down there.
So I am Hikari now.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, and it took away your thing. Let me get you back here, Hikari.
What'd it do?
It took away your initiative. That
What?
was Caloran. Okay. Charity's turn.
Who's blind at the moment? I know I'm not. I know Stormbringer
Everyone
isn't.
but you and Stormbringer. Yeah.
Fucking duck. Hikari doesn't actually look as badly hurt. Is she
No,
still
I don't.
blind even though she switched forms?
Yes, because she switched before that.
Okay. I am going to Silver Flame Darts at Caloran.
Okay.
And he's no longer blurry, so...
Yes. 75 feet away. You probably measured that too, and that's what that measurement was earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're both comfortable standing out of each other's counters.
We're just like, all right.
Okay,
We both know
we'll
what's
do this.
going on.
Yeah. We'd rather not have to use 2 spell slots every turn. 18 and 28 hit though.
Okay, so 10 and 7, which he'll resist to 5 and 3, but it's 2 separate Constitution saving throws, which he subtracts d6s from.
Yep. I'll just roll these out here straight then. Yeah, doesn't need. Yep. The second one is gonna with his bonus not even crest 10. The rocks that are rushing down to all of you, chittering noises that they're making, start to just fall around you into rubble harmlessly again as brick. And Caloran looks at you, Charity. Okay.
Why is it always the eyes? And with that, I'm going to sink. You said I was about 90 feet above the people at the bottom of the tower?
60 feet, I think.
Oh, 60 feet? Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to not sink down then. Oh, I fucked something up. Fuck. I fucked something up really badly. Well. Healing word at 3rd level. Twinned onto Stormbringer and Burbage.
Yep.
So 14.
14.
And I think that's...
That's it.
I'm gonna... call down to the party. Time to go.
Okay. It's Clue's turn. Is Clue's blinded? If you want to try to move Clue, you can give me a animal handling if you can guide him, because he trusts you quite a lot. He would move still.
Let me check one thing on the
Sure.
Effect of the spell that I had.
Sorry, at the Stormbringer, at the end of Charity's turn, the sword comes down again with an 18 to hit you.
Yes, because I didn't take. Well, it would have hit even if I had my shield back out. Yes, 18 hits.
14 damage from slashing and 7 from force damage. So 7 and 7.
Okay, I just couldn't remember. Sorry, I couldn't remember if Greater Steed gave me like you can share each other's senses or anything.
I'm gonna use my what the fuck it is, Stone's Endurance on that one.
Okay, yeah. Give me a roll. Wow. You only take 2 damage from him. His sword comes down. At this point, he's slashing across. He finds an opening in your stance. There's no way you can get there fast enough. You just intense up and make your body as hard as stone for just a second. And the blade, bang, bounces off of you, still doing 2 damage, but definitely not as forceful as it should have been. And he looks upset at that.
Okay, so animal handling to take Clue down. 14.
14's enough. You can't do anything like crazy maneuvers, but you can guide him down to wherever you want.
I'm going to guide him down so that he's essentially hovering at touch range right above everybody.
That's not hard. Because he's a 10-foot cube, he can get Clem, Burbage, Stormbringer, Hikari, and Randolph.
How many did he grab? He's grabbing.
He can.
How many can he take? Yeah.
He can take 4.
Okay.
We definitely need to get Stormbringer and Burbage out of here.
Or 3, sorry.
Okay.
You're shaking your head, Lena.
Which 3?
If he's just taking Hikari, Clem, and Burbage, well, wait, he's taking you, right?
Not necessarily.
Cherry?
I mean, Charity's the beefiest of you at the moment.
Is this
and me too.
This is happening now on Clue's turn.
Yeah.
Who can he? How many people can he take?
3.
How much health does Hikari? But Hikari's blind. Fucking take the ones who are blind.
No,
I can heal myself.
Go or you're gonna die.
I can heal myself and unblind myself. So
yeah, I can too.
But Burbage really wants to look again for the cigar
Yeah.
case.
You have to be a willing creature, too.
You're blind!
But my argument, no, I actually have an argument that being blinded, it might actually improve his sleight of hand. And that's a legitimate argument.
Clue, can you have Clue, like you could also have it wait to trigger until after, like to leave until after Burbage looks, right?
Because Burbage is still...
You could hold the action if you wanted.
I'm going to...
He's gonna...
I have
Night Eater
Relentless
goes.
Rage. On odds, I
next,
can
so
survive
everyone's
and fly out of here because I can see. Who moves before... If Night Eater is the only one who goes before Hikari and Clem, because the grubs are eating Night Eater.
Yeah. So I can.
Then maybe it makes the most sense to take me, because they can unblind.
And
I don't know.
you're very
Take-
close.
I'm going to
You.
die, but I
Take
have
you.
Relentless Rage. And
What does-
on I can make that multiple times. Relentless Rage is if I drop to 0 hit points while I'm raging and don't die outright, I can make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. If I succeed, I drop to 1 hit point instead. Each time I use this feature after the first, the DC increases by 5. I have max con on odds. I'm making that twice at least.
One last question, Andy. Sorry, this just
Yeah.
is kind of
this is
impactful.
important. Do your thing.
Is Sadness's body now relatively open because like Berkari stood up?
Yeah. To the point where it would just be a thing you carried, as you know, you could put it
Yeah,
in your
so just
back.
grab it.
It is a broken shell of what used to be a body.
Well, that's fair. That yeah.
Yeah, she
Okay.
doesn't have a spine anymore. You could probably fold her.
Jesus.
God. Oh. Do I just... This feels important enough that I kind of want to over the table it. Do I just have Clue hold? Because he can hold
Till when?
until before Caloran's next turn.
But the problem is that Night Ear might kill Stormbringer, but I guess she could come back
On
up.
odds, it's just how many more times can he keep attacking me after everybody's
He
turn
can't-
is
Okay,
more of
so-
the problem.
If he doesn't use
Here's the
his
question.
action
Oh.
to get the rot grubs out, he's dead.
Right, right.
Not this turn, but yeah.
But he'll be. So
Rock ups
who would
take
it take?
a bit.
So I know I am currently blind, but I could easily cast invisibility on myself and or other people, and while blind, just shoot directly up in the fucking air and go like I don't need to see to just get the fuck out of here. I don't think anyway. Vertical is pretty. I'm flying, right? So like.
Yeah, there's nothing above us anymore.
So you'd hold till when and then take who?
That's what I want to know, because I can cast invisibility on multiple people.
I was
So
thinking
all I
I
have to do is
would...
be able to touch them.
I was thinking that I would hold until after Hikari's
Somebody
turn.
could grab Sadness's
Yeah, so
body,
that
or-
someone could grab something, or even if they can find the box, that would also let us get some healing off. And then, assuming that heals...
And then take who?
Yeah,
Because
I know, I'm working on that. Burbage. Probably Burbage, you, and Hikari.
You have to take yourself too, right?
So then
I don't.
yourself and Clem are
I can
going
cast
to be
invisibility.
the ones facing Caloran. You can cast it before. Yeah, you can cast. So you can
I can
cast
cast
near
invisibility on
Jerry.
the two of us,
Yeah.
and then we can just fly up and away if we want to.
Also, it's not like, it's surviving a round, not infinitely fighting 2-on-2. Because Clue can come back and get us.
That's true. But just if we didn't want to stay.
I think that's probably relatively safe if the two of you are invisible by the time it's Caloran's turn.
Yeah, I'll hold. I'm going to have Clue hold.
Adam also brought up a point that the Ponwea security system told Burbage that he could not or should not teleport to the ethereal plane from inside the tower. Is that going to be a issue, Andy?
Couldn't Clue get
Clue's been
them?
doing it.
Couldn't Clue get Burbage and everyone and then just like fly up in the air and then teleport once they're outside the tower?
That's true. Clue would know that.
Yeah.
Means that from Ponwea from earlier.
He spent like 60 feet basically flying down here, though. He doesn't have any more movement right now.
Still has 30, but...
Yeah, I mean,
Not enough to-
technically that would be enough to just clear the broken tower now.
Well, couldn't he leave the tower at ground level?
There's a door here, and you're not sure where it goes.
Or out the windows that were like shattered out.
Yeah, there's like literally nothing around us anymore, hardly, is there?
Yeah, there's still kind of a ground level tower as just the second story, basically.
Oh.
He could try to break out a window.
Does Burbage think Andy, would clearing the top of the tower be enough with broken?
So it's hard to tell if that security system is literally the tower and that somehow the physical material is part of it, then yeah, as soon as you clear that, you should be good. If this is more of a where the tower should be kind of thing, that would be more difficult. And you're not exactly sure what happens if you try to do it from in here.
Yeah.
You just know he suggested you don't.
And well,
But,
being basically Clue knows that.
Also,
I don't think in the midst of this Burbage would have
reasoned that.
All right.
or like would
I'm-
have communicated it.
The risk kind of either way. Yeah.
I think fuck.
Yeah.
I think it's a risk we have to take. Because, I mean, what else the fuck are we gonna do?
What is to undo the blindness?
Heal?
No,
Constitution.
no.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where's she gone?
Constitution save.
As an action.
I think it happens at the end of everyone's turn.
Okay, so Clue will.
Yeah.
Could I make the case of Clue uses his action to like focus on that?
So not taking everybody out?
Correct.
As an action to focus on what? I'm sorry?
The Constitution saving throw to unblind.
To focus on it?
Yeah, basically lower the DC or.
Sure. Yeah, we can do that. If he uses his action to do that.
Lena now looks.
I don't think that's. I think I'd rather
Weird.
risk whatever happens with the tower and get
Yeah.
people out.
Okay.
Me too.
Like, either get him through that door into the hallway, or above the broken tower, and hope that since it's fallen,
So
I'm not sure. I am almost dead. I'm not sure how almost dead everybody else is.
I'm fine.
fine is relative with the amount of
Well-
damage that people are putting out.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, right now, like, I'm at.
You could take a couple of hits.
I can take a few big hits, definitely. How are you, Burbage?
Burbage could probably withstand another hit.
Okay.
One?
I mean,
Yeah, that's not
I'm remembering somebody
Relative.
taking 80 something.
That was a tower
Yeah.
landing.
That
on
was a
us.
tower collapsing.
Okay, fair
Sure,
enough.
but-
Then I mean, I
45,
could
think
take
is the top. If we're getting specific, just so
I could
everyone
take
knows.
I could take a couple more hits. Yeah.
I could take, if it was like that, I could take, like, 2 more hits. So,
How's Clem?
plus I can heal myself.
I'm very strong.
Much strong.
You want to know specifically numbers or?
No, I don't care. If you say you're very strong, I trust you.
Yeah.
And remember, I can
Okay.
heal myself, like, 70 hit points, and then I won't be
Same.
blind anymore. And she
So
can't
my
see.
concern is this might be like our best opportunity to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what
think
else
so, too.
Calorin's going to be doing.
Okay.
I think try and get the fuck out with the horse, and I can invisibility myself and Charity, and we can just try and fly out.
But we can still do all that with Clue holding his action, right?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
okay.
Until
Because-
somebody, I would say Clue holds his action until one of the 3 of you grabs Sadness's body,
Okay.
would be my guess. So, like, Adam can
And the
try.
3 of
and
us being me, I'm Stormbringer. Me, Adam, and Hikari.
Yes.
I don't know why I'm not.
Yeah.
Anyway, are the ones leaving.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that.
How hurt is Charity?
Not very.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is such a Monday game. This feels like This feels like a Monday night D&D game. I'm in like stressed out work mode. I'm like,
All right, so our official here is Clue's holding his action for when someone grabs the body, and then Bamf's who out.
Burbage, Stormbringer, Hakari.
Okay.
And by the way, I have invisibility too, so I could try to like,
Yeah, but I
like
think
I could feel my. Can you get me too?
no, because you're going with the horse.
I am.
Yes, you're one of the
gonna
Is
horse people.
Stormbringer going with the horse?
Yes,
Yes.
you,
And Burbage.
Stormbringer, and Burbage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Charity
Got
can
it.
talk to the horse, and they can, meet up somewhere else. So Charity
Got it.
doesn't need to be with him.
Okay. I just want to make sure because I was like, I
Yeah,
can take care of
absolutely.
myself if I have to.
Okay. That is the end of that turn. Stormbringer, you watch as his greatsword across his armor. You see him like double over. He's in extreme pain. The little tendrils coming from the front of his armor, wrapping all over around him, turn white at this point and give off a massive amount of heat. It's really, really hot. No one's taking damage or anything, but he looks for a second at the holes where the rock grubs have burrowed into him, and he just sort of shakes his head and just straight up attacks. He 28 hits you, Stormbringer.
Yes.
For 4 slashing and 22 force damage.
oh shit.
That's just under you at 25, right?
I'm fine.
So
4
you
plus
took
22?
4
But
plus
she
22?
halves the 4
Yeah.
I'm raging.
to 2, so she takes 22.
I'm up.
We're
No, it
24.
was 8. Yeah, so take 26 total damage.
You can't give the halved number
Yeah,
already.
Andy,
That's
what?
not how it works, Andy.
That's
You
not-
give
Oh,
the
I'm
full
sorry.
amount, and then she halves it.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 8.
Otherwise, it's confusing.
You're right.
It's-
Did I say
I've
4?
Been,
I
like,
meant.
mentally having them.
Yeah. I've been giving you everything. I thought I gave you 8 slashing and 22 force.
Okay, so now you try your
so
relentless rage.
I'm relentless rage. I need to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. (26).
26.
So I'm
You're
at 1 HP.
1 hit point.
Mm.
As
and
the
the DC
sword
15 is 15 next time.
as the sword slams into you, everyone watches as what appears to be the spirit of Stormbringer, like it hit out of her own body for just a moment, and he smiles as if he was expecting this, but then just slamming back into your body, that your spirit is not quite gone just yet. You have no clue what that was. You've never felt anything quite like that. And he looks at you, die, and hits you again for 31.
So I'm making a DC 15 Constitution saving
11 slashing
really
and 9
matter.
force. Yeah.
He's not going to outright me. I shouldn't say that. I don't think even if he critted, I don't think he'd outright me.
If he did, he would have to do like 200.
Yeah, damage.
16. I made the saving throw,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
and it's a DC 20 next time.
Oh my god.
Not to lean into this, but find the box or the body.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So this last attack, I'm gonna roll in front of everyone, as he's going for you again, Stormbringer. You have 18.
17 right now. I don't
17.
have my shield out.
Here's his roll. The plus is already in there, so you're looking for a 17 or lower.
Jesus.
Okay.
29.
29.
As he slams into you again. with this.
Does he do less than one damage?
Assuming he's not outrating me. So I'm
He's
gonna do a
not.
constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
25.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Coincidentally, that's the DC for the next one.
I just am really
my
enjoying
God.
like slam, 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 Stormbringer.
Why won't
Yeah.
you die?
It's fine.
Your
It's
body is
fine.
like falling out of you like a weeble wobble or something. Like, ooh.
Yeah, he
Weebles
keeps
wobble, but they
slamming
don't fall
your
down.
spirit. It keeps like moving, but there's something holding you together, Stormbringer. Something that you've never gotten to this point before in your rage, in the entirety of your fighting life. You've never come so close to death so many times. There's something is preventing you from slipping out of this world, and your spirit joining your ancestors in the clouds. The storm is raging above to the point where, fuck it, Calorin gets struck by lightning.
Fuck you. Fuck you, aerial boy.
As lightning does 22 damage, streaking through the air, hitting Calorin with a clap of incredible thunder. This is wild. That is the end of his turn. Burbage Kemp.
Look for that
Um,
body.
Yeah.
Just grab it.
I mean, so Burbage could probably lift sadness, I guess.
It's just skin and clothes.
Yeah,
Like
it's
that.
a halfling,
Andy
yeah.
said that like literally everything else is gone. It's just like skin and bone and clothes.
You could
Because the
stuff
rest of
her
her
in your
became
pack.
rot grubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's not a
Oh.
body. It's just like a skin suit with a skull.
Sure. I really liked the idea of trying to make the blindness argument, but it would improve.
Adam,
his-
we're gonna
you are
die.
And Night Eater's been attacking not on his turn, and
Grab the
I
fucking
have to
body.
make a 25 next time.
Well, I also have to figure out how I'm going to get my shit. It's just in a pile over here.
Shit.
Yeah.
You're right.
Your
So-
armor, your pack.
So, like, I kind of would
If
The
you step-
party does go before Calorin, but yeah.
You could
If
Can
you-
hold
he
your
get
turn.
his-
If you step here, Burbage, you can grab your gear, and you're still in range of what's her name? Sadness. Why can't I remember?
Wow.
So grabbing my gear would be an action.
Yeah, because it's a little more complicated than simply stuffing
Yeah.
what's left of a halfling in a thing. So that would be your action. I'll say your movement would just be gathering up what's left of sadness.
So he can do both, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yes. Okay.
Do it.
I can do it.
You're gonna let me pick up both all of my
Both
things
things.
and sadness.
Yeah, you're using your movement, all your movement, and your action to do it. I don't mind
And
that.
the
Yeah.
bonus action, like the fast hands.
Andy is trying really hard not to kill us. Let's take the offering.
Yeah. I do that then.
Then you scoop up what's left of sadness, and Hikari, Clue, and Stormbringer bamf out. Clementine, it is your turn.
I touch Charity and I cast invisibility at 3rd level.
Okay. You and Charity become invisible.
Does Burbage get to roll at the end of his turn, and also Clue to see if they're no longer blind?
Oh, sure. Yeah, Burbage, give me a roll.
And
This
Clue,
isn't
right?
Clue's. This wasn't
And
Clue's
Clue.
turn.
Oh, sorry.
Clue
Or
would've
I-
rolled.
Clue hadn't rolled.
Yeah. So he just rolled a 4, though.
What am I rolling?
Constitution saving throw.
Nice.
Oh, wow. As you pop into the ethereal plane, Burbage, you can immediately see again.
Your eyes are now made of diamonds.
Yeah. And I
so
need
yeah.
I do need the 3 of you to make a. Did Did Clue didn't have movement left, so he did teleport.
Clue had
Blue
30.
had
30 feet.
movement left, so would have zipped
Oh, he-
up and then.
Okay,
Yeah, he had 30 feet.
so he picked up Burbage and Stormbringer.
And Akari.
He's
He
gonna
didn't-
have to get an opportunity attack from Night Eater then, as he had to pick up Stormbringer like under her.
Andy,
Yeah.
you're this close. Just letting you know.
I would like to argue that Night Eater would do his opportunity attack on me, leaving his face because he really wants to kill me and he's frustrated that I won't
Yeah.
die. And Clue can carry me if I'm unconscious, correct? I don't want to argue that if Clue can't.
Are you saying that you would try to take the opportunity attack? Like
Yes.
you would jump in front of it to save Clue?
Yes, but only if Clue can carry me when I'm unconscious.
Yeah,
Because
he
I
took
like
Lycos, so
gambling,
he's dead.
and there's not real money on the line, but
Yeah, I would say you can do it. In that case, you take 11 slashing and 16 force damage.
All right, roll
Constitution
that
saving throw.
Constitution save.
20.
didn't make it. So I'm unconscious.
Stormbringer is unconscious. Clue
But
picks
with
you up,
Clue.
flies straight up, and then bamfs out. Sorry.
And then Burbage can see again. Akari still
Burbage can
can't.
see again, and no ill effects happen from actually bamfing within.
Nice.
Sorry, Clementine, you went invisible
So,
with Charity.
Both Charity and I are invisible, and I
Yeah.
am going to I'm assuming since you let Adam or Burbage get both his items and the body, you'll let me shove the legs of and tail of Randolph into my pack because it's already been
We'll
pulled out
say
by
10
Hikari.
feet of it costs 10 feet of movement to do that.
Sure, shove him
Yeah.
into my pack. Just say, "I'll make you better, boy," and then I will just shoot.
And then the upper half of Randolph like just grabs onto the top part of you.
I thought it was still
His-
buried.
No, that was the
Oh,
part
is
that
he
was like
not?
sticking out. It was like a rock was sort of in the
Yeah, yeah.
middle of him.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so he grabs onto me and I shoot up.
So he's not invisible.
Oh, can I just shove him into my bag as well?
For another 10 feet of movement, yeah.
Isn't your movement only
does it-
25?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dashes are a thing.
You use your action, but
I use my action to cast
Oh, right.
invisibility.
Just leave him, you'll make a new one.
or leave the
Yeah,
bottom half.
I'm just gonna.
Either
No,
way.
that giant scorpion tail is important.
More okay.
I'm gonna
Stuff it all
say.
the way in there, yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna say. I'll figure it out, and I will not take either of them, and I will go 25 feet up.
So you are now flying.
And I'll
20
just
feet
I'll just yell
straight.
I'll just yell down to Randolph, "Find me!" And then
Can you yell that when you're not at your final position?
Yes, as I'm leaving. And then so I'll go 25 feet.
Straight up. Okay. Stormbringer, I need a death saving throw.
That's not a thing.
This is very rare of Stormbringer to make these. I'm afraid
Jeez,
a
that was
7
a terrible
is.
roll.
I'm afraid a 7 is our first failure. The grubs burrow deeper, doing 6 damage to our friend Night Eater.
6 damage.
To Night Eater.
Yeah.
It's
but
not about the
fine.
damage. It's about when they get there.
I know. I
About the
just want him to
death.
get him now.
Akari, your turn. In the
Oh,
ethereal plane
yeah.
with Burbage and Stormbringer.
Can I cast heal on myself?
Yes.
Although,
Stormbringer is dying.
yeah, I know. I'm gonna stay blind. I was just gonna say that.
Okay.
I'm fine being blind. I'm sure I've been blind in many lifetimes.
And you heal whom?
Stormbringer.
So with the help of Burbage guides your hands over to the fallen Stormbringer. And you feel around, but it's enough to target a spell.
Excuse me.
You could also just cure
Burp into
wounds
the
on
microphone.
her. You don't have to like heal.
Oh yeah, you could.
Because she just
I
needs
could
enough
what?
HP to
Oh,
stop
I guess
dying.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
like
guess that's right. Okay.
you're not trying to
So
solve
you could just cure
blindness.
wounds, because she's out of the fight.
Yeah. A fight.
Also,
God damn it.
Burbage's blindness got cured. Does the ethereal
Yes.
seem very safe and not sketchy? Because Burbage would have seen it at the end of his turn.
Give me a perception check, Burbage.
I'm rolling my con save to see if I'm still blind. I got a 19.
You are not blind anymore, Clem.
Sweet.
Burbage, your perception, you no longer see the ethereal figure of Ponwea anywhere around. And usually he would be here to greet you very quickly if you were, anywhere near the manor. 9 healing to you, Stormbringer, it looks like.
I'm sorry.
No,
Was mine-
26.
No, that's good. I'm awake.
26. There was a higher level cast above it.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah, I
know
was
what that
gonna say.
17 was.
Higher level
Oh.
casting of cure wounds.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
cast it at level 4.
Oh, damn.
Sweet.
That's great.
That's a really good heal
It
for
was
cure
like
wounds.
9.
26. Okay.
Does my crit con save on the blindness earlier mean that I can never be blinded again?
Nope. I'm afraid that is not what it means.
Never again.
Calorin flies over to the edge of the broken tower, seeing Night Eater. They went invisible. And Calorin's eyes dart around. Yeah. Dispel magic, but he's evens. He's gonna hit Charity. Odds. He's gonna hit Clementine.
Isn't it also whether or not to hit either of us?
It's
Because isn't it disadvantage
large.
for?
Also,
I thought
counter
it's
spell?
disadvantage for hitting. Well, it's disadvantage for hitting invisible creatures, right?
Dispel is an area effect,
No, it's a target.
No,
right? Isn't it?
that's not how it works. No.
Choose
Oh, what
one
am I
object,
It's a
creature,
target.
or magical effect
he
within.
can't do that because he
range.
can't find you
Yeah.
then. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
It's not anti-magic field.
is that what I'm thinking of?
I think so.
Fuck it. All right. You see him summoning, like he pulls a bit of this blue flame off of his wings, puts it into a ball that gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and just this ear-piercing, high-pitched squeal starts to occur as he lets it go into the main area of this, and that's going to hit both of you.
And Night Eater, correct? I want Night Eater to just hear
Yeah.
Stormbringer's voice in his head as he's getting hit once again from a spell by somebody he thinks cares about him, being like, "These people really don't care about you, Night Eater."
Shit roll. But dexterity saving throws from both of you?
– 17.
Neither is going to be. You're going to take all 32 damage.
Instead, I
He-
will choose to
rolled-
succeed with code of evasion.
Okay. Yeah, then you take only 17 damage. Fire
How
damage.
much did you say? 32?
17 fire damage, and Charity, you are resistant to it. But 32 damage total, yeah.
It's fire.
It's 32.
Yeah. 32 fire damage.
So,
So
32 for
16.
me. So halved for you is 16.
and then
And then halved again,
for
8.
you. Yeah. Clem, you have gone again, technically, if you want to try to bump one of those up. You're not sure
It
if
would
they'll
be up to
succeed.
19 for mine. I don't know that a 19 would succeed, and I feel
Yeah.
wary about
Okay, yeah.
wasting it.
Fair. It's only damage. Caloran is just screaming in fury at this. Night Eater is swinging at this square and hits no one as no one is there. That was a legendary action of his that he just used. So, Charity, your turn.
I'm going to fly, and I'm sort of angling myself away from the tower in the direction that, like, you had Clue moving.
Yeah.
And I'll also please hold.
Oh, Family's Flame, if you don't mind. Concentration.
Oh, right. Sorry, I completely forgot.
8 damage is not going to be much, but I saw it 7. Yeah, sure. You're good.
Invisibility is concentration.
Oh, yes. So 32.
So I have to roll a 16.
16.
That's half, right?
Yeah.
15 or better. 28.
28.
Oh,
I saw that
Jesus.
7 again.
And it still wouldn't have mattered.
It would have been fine because I have a plus 11 to my con save.
That's
Christ.
amazing.
So con is my best thing.
Good,
So
good, good,
I
good.
save on invisibility.
All right, go ahead.
I'm being cheeky, and you can tell me if this doesn't work.
Okay.
Invisibility, the spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell.
Yes.
Does not specify uses an effect of an already extant spell.
Correct. Yeah, correct. I would say it's kind of like Druid Wild Shape. You can maintain concentration. Oh, this is concentration, isn't it?
What is?
No, I mean for me.
Oh, no.
I'm not the one concentrating on invisibility. I was just clarifying
I am.
when concentration drops
right.
if you attack or cast a spell, and that
Yeah.
using a spell that's already up is neither of those.
Correct.
Makes sense to me.
Cool. I used my movement and my dash to get away. My bonus action is going to cause the spiritual weapon to go up and carve Caloran.
Okay. As Caloran is looking frantically for you for something that he can latch onto to perform a powerful spell, he sees this giant blade slowly floating up toward him. A 20 will hit.
35.
35 damage. As it carves into him, he didn't even see it. His jaw cocks back as it slices up into him. This is definitely going to cause a scar now on Caloran as blood
That's
drips
sad.
down his face. Okay. Clue pops into existence.
I wouldn't have.
Oh.
Clue wouldn't have popped back in. He would have
Oh, right. I'm
gotten
sorry.
people away.
Okay.
I
And-
thought Clue was gonna come back and get you.
We're invisible. We're just gonna fuck off. He can get us outside later.
I probably
still
would have
in the
told
tower,
Clue
so I don't
to
think
try
he
to
would've
like
called him.
meet me like a street over or something.
Okay.
Where he
Then-
stashed Lycos's body.
He just dropped Lycos' body in the ethereal plane. It's just.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, I think
it's
it's
just
just
sitting
in the
there.
ethereal
Yeah.
plane.
If you
I was
wanted
gonna
to
say,
search him, or
Burbage
something,
is
you'd
probably
feel-
like, oh, there he is.
We can grab it later.
Okay. But Clue is rushing the three of you away, moving slowly since he's trying to carry three of you, but getting away.
Harry, who?
The three of Burbage, Hakari, and Stormbringer.
Oh, okay, in the ethereal plane.
Yep.
He's not back out of the ethereal plane, is he? Or?
No.
No.
Okay.
Nope, not at this point. Okay. The Night Eater is bouncing from space to space. You see him down here just running as fast as he can around the room, hoping to run in to someone. And as both of you are flying,
As he leaves Randolph's area, Randolph gets an attack of opportunity with his his top half, right?
yeah, he does. Yeah.
From hell's heart, I touched you.
Oh my
That's a nat 20, motherfucker.
God, I've never
Andy.
Please
been more.
let Randolph kill Night Eater.
I've never been more scared to roll a fucking.
What does that mean?
As he's running from place to place, Randolph leaps off the ground on his from his two raccoon arms until he's mid-air as Night Eater is rushing past him, and he swipes at him, carving into his arm, down his shoulder, down his forearm, and dislodging the weapon itself. The weapon goes flying across the room.
Randolph.
He does
10
10 force damage.
No one ever expects the attack from the bisected monstrosity.
Right? I mean, he's not got like moving veins that need to pump blood or anything, so it doesn't really matter that he's bisected.
Finding finally something to hit, Night Eater steps on Randolph and punches straight down incredibly fast, his whole arm glowing white. A 27 probably hits Randolph,
Yeah, no, it does.
doing 22 damage of force
Yeah, he's dead.
as it
So you're saying
slams
his
into the
10
ground.
damage didn't kill him? Sad.
The air rushes up, hits the walls of the broken tower, and shoots straight up, bursting you another 10 feet into the air, Clementine.
Sweet. A single tear rolls down her cheek.
Sad. He stepped on him. Dead.
And Clem, I suppose on your turn you are also going to flee?
Yes. Because if I do anything, it will it will knock me out of invisibility, so I'm going to move 50 feet.
Sure.
The fuck away.
Then, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to be out of combat.
Oh my god.
Yay!
Holy jeebus.
As Charity and Clem disappear, invisible, flying into the night air, still clinging on to Charity's family's flame spell. No one can see you, and you hear Caloran and Night Eater raging, throwing spells everywhere in this area. You see the guards of the city, the wyverns of the sky first descending upon Ponwea's manor. You see mages lighting up, teleporting into this area, all of them ready for a fight. None of them can find you as the two of you float across a few streets, land in a moment, in a whisper. Clue bamfs in, pulls both of you out, and you are reunited again with your friends, Stormbringer once again conscious, in the ethereal plane. However, you have broken any pact of peace you had, and whether or not the ramifications of that will bleed over into this beautiful dinner you were supposed to have the other night, or to the captured souls of Roburn and Ire, you are not sure.
I'm
Burbage
sorry,
is searching for the cigar case. I need to know If the
We
cigar
broke the
case
pact of peace.
is
You
on the
did
body.
that.
We probably also would have grabbed Lycos's body. So we have Sadness's and Lycos's bodies.
Yes.
Yeah, because we're not gonna
Yeah.
leave them. We're not
Burbage
gonna
is
let
searching.
them resurrect them. Fuck them. And then we gotta be
Searching-
done because I gotta go to bed.
With his crit save on blindness, with his fresh eyesight, he's searching for this fucking cigar case on Sadness and Lycos's bodies.
What do
Looking
your
through-
crit eyes see?
Looking through Lycos's and Sadness's bodies, you do not find a cigar case from Ponwea.
What?
Well, that was pointless unless we level up.
It's not pointless. We fucking killed 2 of the Red
True,
family. y'all.
true.
Yeah.
I
We
should say
took
that.
out
Ooh.
half the problem.
2 of the Red family are gone. 1 is gravely
Possibly
injured.
gonna die.
Possibly,
Yeah, Andy, you gotta roll for if he gets that rock grub out or if it goes into
He
his heart
can't.
and kills him.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he can't, right? The rock grub is in him now because he chose to not.
It would take some some pretty intense measures to save
I
him.
know
And they're
it's
not thinking
frustrating
about
that we
that,
didn't get Ponwea, but like this is still a victory, y'all.
Yeah,
we killed
you're
right.
2 of our
You're right. I just
worst
felt
enemies.
so bad that we didn't get this.
And no one is dead.
And no one is dead.
Yes.
Burbage died. Randolph died.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank
2 of you died.
Burbage.
Yeah,
2 of
Randolph.
I guess I'm
Randolph
really
went out
curious.
of boss, though.
I want to think. Yeah, Randolph was badass. So okay. I know Rachel wants to go. We should
Sorry.
all consider before next session. Was it worth it for Burbage to switch places with fake Burbage?
Right,
I'm
if it was just fake Burbage when any of this had happened.
If it was fake Burbage, we wouldn't
You
have
would've just
probably
been like,
come here,
Well, sorry, guy.
Correct.
and we still would have broken the peace by sending the clone.
So
So
now we've killed 2 of them. So
Yeah,
we did all of
so
that. and killed 2.
I like to think that it was worth the faux Burbag gambit.
I think so as well. Friends, that's where we're going to do it for tonight's amazingly crazy episode of Goats and Dragons Fates of Ryn. Thank you so much for watching. We love you all. We'll see you again next time. We have Tier coming up this week on Friday, and Saturday is some more Pokemon. So yeah, hang out in our Discord for more information on all that. And we love you, and we'll see you next time. Bye,
Bye,
friends.
everybody.
Good night, everybody.
The lonely she walks down beside the green river. My lady she was, and I bend my knee. One divine, my seraph, my heart to deliver. She gives me a small flower that I call Doom Lily. I love so completely, so true and so sweetly. But know that our story is so short it must be. Every time that you show me that blue and white flower, reminds me of me, lady, who descended for thee. When she leaves me sighing, leaves me into darkness, I call to my lamb, please return back to me. For she gave me a child and departed as I smiled, but me lonely is a sin.